Good evening, everyone. Welcome to Monmouth, Illinois, and Monmouth College, as we are here for the Illinois 8-Man Football Association State Championship game. I'm Dwayne Hulett. You're going to talk to Chris Frankhauser and Jeff Borders a little later. They will be on the call tonight, but we're doing things a little different this year. We are doing everything pregame show right through the end of the game on one broadcast. No change in streams, no doing anything different. We have some great sponsors that have come on board to help us out with this broadcast tonight. Got some great interviews to come. We've talked to both coaches earlier tonight. We'll replay those, let you hear from them. We've got Coach Jim Unruh, the Carthage coach for years that did such a great job there. Now he's helping at West Central and has an 8-man championship, helping them last year. We're also going to have Nathan from Monmouth College on a little bit later, and Chris and Jeff will join me in just a little bit as well. So we're going to take our first break here on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH. When we come back in about a minute, we'll have Coach Jim Unruh on with us here from Monmouth College in the I8FA State Championship football game tonight. We'll be right back after this.
I went through MDH when we were trying to get pregnant. We were struggling the first year, and then when we got pregnant, I stayed at MDH and through labor and now for pediatrics. My experience was nothing short of phenomenal. I was met with amazing staff members who helped me through concerns that I had when she was first born, helping me learn how to be a new mom. It was really reassuring and comforting knowing that I had so much support and kindness around me. My entire pregnancy at MDH was amazing.
MTC Communications is building a high-speed fiber network in our community, and we're putting priority on the areas with the greatest interest. That means we need your input to let us know you want us to build fiber in your area first. Experience the speed and convenience of fiber internet by visiting our special website and registering. Let us know you want fiber internet today and make your voice heard.
I see acute injuries on the field. I see ankle sprains. I see ACL knee injuries. As well as in the clinic, it's very rewarding to see them from on-the-field injury to rehab to transition back.
Monmouth, Illinois. I'm Dwayne Hulett, and this is a guy right here I've talked to a lot of times through the years, but haven't talked to you a whole lot about 8-man football. Coach Jim Unruh from West Central now. You got the WC on your hat. People will know him from 11-man football with Illini West and Carthage back in the day, but I talked to you during a game last year, and you've really grown to like this 8-man stuff, haven't you?
It is just a tremendous amount of fun. It's great football. It's great for the state of Illinois, and I've just really loved being around it.
State championship game here is, the atmosphere is phenomenal here at Monmouth. You were part of that last year. What was it like? I know you played games at Redbird and all those, in Illinois State and all the other places when your championship runs, but what was this like last year in comparison to that?
It was fantastic. The crowd that rolled in here last year for such a cold, bitter night was amazing. And tonight, you can't help but get goosebumps coming here, seeing the people rolling in here. I'm going to guess this place is going to be jam-packed for some great 8-man football tonight.
Well, you've seen these teams play last year, this year. What do you expect to see out of the game tonight?
I expect to see great football. As for the score, who knows, but they both play a tremendous high level of football. They get after it. They both play a physical brand of football, and both the coaching staffs are used to being in the big games.
So how does it compare to 11-man football? There's a stigma still, I think, a little bit on 8-man football. You've grown to like it. How's it compare? And I know a lot of people say, well, there's less people. The hitting in is good. They hit really hard out here, though, don't they?
The biggest difference I notice is the field is more narrow. But once the game starts, I forget that it's 8-man. In games with our head coach Jason Kirby, sometimes I'll get a little confused and I'll be talking 11-man football as for something, and we're in 8-man football. But it's a great game, a lot of speed. Maybe the biggest difference for 11-man is I think maybe one of the toughest jobs maybe in the United States is being a defensive coordinator for 8-man football. It's a tough job. There's a lot of room to maneuver out here and to score, and it's a tough job to try to figure out how to stop teams at times.
As a coach of 11-man, guarding against a cutback, the cutback lanes were always big for you. They're even bigger for 8-man, I think. It seems like the cutback and coming back across the field is a lot more of an open, and it's a really tough thing for defenses to try to prevent.
It really is. Cutback runs happen quite frequently, but it's something you got to work on being able to defend. I think one of the big differences that I see is in 8-man football, you have that front line of defense, the defensive line with the tackles and the ends, and you have your linebackers. In 11-man football, you got that extra level of defense in the secondary, like your safeties and corners. So a lot of times you got some speed, you break one free, you're going to go a long ways.
And that speed is a thing that both of these teams have here tonight. They've got some burners, and then they've got some guys that can pound the ball as well. That's kind of what it takes in this deal, right? Is you'll see some teams kind of pack it in, kind of like you used to do when you were at Carthage. You'd pack it in and run plays from the wing tee, and of course you don't really run the wing tee here, but they pack it in with 2 tight ends, and then other teams will spread it out and throw the lights out of it. It's really similar, except just a few less players on the field.
Yeah, I think it's a wide variety in 8-man football, just like it is in 11-man. You have teams in 11-man football that are still, pounding it out. You have teams in 8-man that are pounding it out, and the same thing for spreading it out at 11-man and 8-man. So there's a lot more similarities than there are differences. You still got to be fundamentally sound. You got to be able to block. You got to be able to tackle and do that type of things if you want to be successful at this stage of the game.
So what would you say to somebody? I mean, I would consider you an 11-man purist at one point anyway. What would you say to somebody who's on the fence of whether they think they would like 8-man or not?
Go to a game. Go to like a state championship, a semifinal game. I know last week, Polo, Amboy, I think they had something like 1,500, 2,000 spectators at the game. But it's a fantastic game. If you're listening now, get in the car, drive out to this game. It's going to be a packed house. And they're going to be lighting it up. There's going to be great play, and you're really going to forget that, I'm at an 8-man game. You're going to be at a regular football game, and quite honestly, this is a spectacular weekend for football in Illinois. You got the 11-man semifinals tomorrow afternoon, but we're kicking it off here with 8-man football tonight, and it's going to be a fantastic night for football.
Well, that's one of the things. People think they're small schools in 8-man, so the crowds aren't as big. As they move farther along, it's just like any other sporting event. The farther you get along in the postseason, the more people that come out. It's like entire towns are here for these state championship games.
Yeah, not only you have the fans of Amboy and Cambridge both here, but you also have fans like from West Central in Biggsville, and you got other 8-man fans that are here. And you got a lot of people here that I've seen that are just fans of football, and they want to come out and see what it's all about. And I'd highly recommend coming out, getting to see the games, and getting excited about it.
So if you were coaching tonight, if you were the head coach tonight, what would with the weather being nice, would it have changed anything? I mean, last year you guys were so cold. It was so cold last year. Does tonight open the playbook up a little bit more?
I doubt it. I think both teams are going to do what they do best and what they've done all year long. They're going to come out, they're going to have fun, they're going to be caught up in the excitement. One of the teams right now, Cambridge is taking the field right now. The crowd is getting into it, and we're going to have an exciting night in football. I can't wait to see what happens.
Coach, I completely thank you for coming and hanging out with us for a few minutes here and waiting a few minutes longer than you wanted to get on here. And I expect to see you on a Friday at lunchtime at Gelsosimo's in Macomb here very soon.
Well, I love pizza, so I'll definitely be joining you sometime.
All right, well, that's Coach Jim Unruh. We'll be back here from Monmouth College as we work towards the kickoff of the I8FA state championship game between Ridgewood and Amboy. We'll be back in about 1 minute.
At Western Illinois University, Leathernecks don't just blend in. Our purple stands out. Our students are innovative, creative, and resilient. At WIU, there's limitless potential, with campuses in Macomb, the Quad Cities, and online. Visit wiu.edu/potential to become a Leatherneck and get an education that stands out.
Since 1958, McDonough District Hospital has proudly served the residents of West Central Illinois. We've built new facilities, hired highly trained, experienced, and caring medical staff members, and expanded our service offerings to meet your healthcare needs, all while providing the best possible patient experience. Let us show you why McDonough District Hospital is your community healthcare partner, growing our legacy one patient at a
Back
time.
one more time to Monmouth College in Monmouth, Illinois, the I8FA State Championship game, and I'm here with Kyle Kampmeyer, and this is our third game, and it's the third time I've got to talk to you before one of these games. The first two were good, and we actually we get to do this thing outside this time.
This is excellent. I'm glad we're outside. I was like, man, it's really hot inside the press box there. It feels great out here tonight.
Yeah, it does, and you've been following this 8-man thing just like we have all season long. There are some fantastic football players on this field tonight in this championship game.
Oh, no doubt about it. Both these teams, Ridgewood and Amboy, are two of the teams that we had slated to be picked to be here at the start of the season. They've made their path here when the brackets were released. I know that they were my favorites to both make it here. The players that we have on the field are going to be exceptional. It's going to be a hard-hitting physical football game tonight.
Yeah, I mean, the speed and the tempo is what caught me most about Amboy when I did the Amboy Flanagan game. They can just get to the line and play after play after play after play, and you have no chance to make an adjustment or do anything.
Yeah, I mean, we got to see that a lot out of Amboy last year. Granted, when we watched West Central play last year, they were definitely the team to beat. But Amboy, what we were able to see them do against West Central at state last year is exactly what they've been able to carry forward again this year. And with that, you're right. I mean, they're very physical up front, especially with Leffelman and Blaine. And it's very hard to get in between the tackles on them.
Yeah, and Blaine is a kid that, if there is an 8-man player that can be tight end at the Division I level or the higher Division II level, whatever, that should be playing on Saturdays next year, it's that kid. He can run, he can catch, he can block, he can do it all.
Well, that's just it. And, you know, one of the things that we've seen Amboy do is they'll throw him into a running back position, and his speed off the ball for his size is just unbelievable. You would not believe how quick he can get off the ball, and the physicality that he brings to the game is just another level that most of these guys don't see on a regular week-to-week basis.
Well, I know that you've given throughout your Facebook page, you've said, well, this is what to expect, this is what we'll look for, this is what are you looking for out of Amboy, and then what are you looking for out of Ridgewood tonight?
Well, out of Amboy, I expect them to set the tone early. I think you're going to see him try to punch Leffelman up the middle and then try to get Walcho to the side and use that speed to get him up and get that run game going. And then they're going to start to throw the play action, drop back with Eddie Jones, find Blaine down the seams, try to run that route. Ridgewood on the other side, I think you're going to look for the fullback option. You're going to see them try to run the ball. They're very similar. They're going to be more of an I-style type team. They're going to do tight end reverses, and they're going to look to get the ball to Taylor Snook and oh man, the other kid. I know his name too. But the halfback, Sandberg, there you go, Roy Sandberg. And they're going to look to get them going. And then the tight end reverse, you know, you can expect to see Preston Moriarty in that. And then with Riley Couture at quarterback, you know, you expect to see some things happen there with some option plays, rollouts, things like that. So I think you're going to look for a run game, physical up front, similar to what we saw in each of the last two state championship games between the teams that we've seen here.
Well, it's been some really good football, good weather tonight. I asked Coach Unruh what if he thought the game would be any different tonight since it's better weather. Do you expect it to be any different tonight? We've had really some defensive battles. The first one between Polo and Orangeville was completely a defensive battle. Last year there was spots where it was defensive, even though there were some big plays. But we said we didn't expect it the first year either, but I don't expect that to probably happen tonight. There's going to be some points put up tonight, I think.
Yeah, I definitely feel you're going to see points put on the board. As a player, this is perfect temperature, 43 degrees here right now. Your body's going to be warm. I don't think the weather is going to play a factor in this game. I mean, last year it was frigid. I mean, it was, 16 degrees at kickoff with like a -8 field. But this year, that ain't even going to be a problem. I mean, me and you were out here in long-sleeve sweatshirts, so I think it'll be fine.
Well, do you want to give a prediction? Did you put a prediction out anywhere? Do you want to give a prediction? I mean, nobody's going to hear it before the game, I don't think. So it's probably safe. Do you have a prediction for today?
I do. I was going through looking at the numbers. I had Amboy as a 3-touchdown favorite. I think they're going to walk out of here with a 44-22 win.
Yeah, they look really good. But the thing is Ridgewood has everybody back tonight in the backfield. That will definitely help them, as they will look, I would expect, to slow down the game. They'll take as many snaps as they can get. They'll matriculate the ball down the field and try to eat up as much clock as possible, because Amboy, every time they touch it, has a chance to score.
Oh, absolutely. And when you're a team and you're not the favorite, that's exactly what you got to do. You have to be able to slow the game down. The only way to slow it down is to control the tempo when you have the ball, try to elongate your drives as much as possible, and chew up clock. And Ridgewood being a run game, you're going to see them chewing up clock. I think we're going to see a low-scoring first half, and then we're going to start to see desperation take place in the second half, and that might be where we see the separation and scores start to take place.
Well, Kyle, I appreciate you stopping and talking to us. I know you're excited about the game. You've got some semifinal stuff to do tomorrow, so it's going to be a quick turnaround again for you. Seems like it's that way for you every year, though.
Every year it is, and yeah, I'm getting ready to go into Chicago tomorrow to see Lena Winslow against Hope, so that'll be a lot of fun. Looking forward to it.
Well, Kyle Kampmeyer here talking to us on the pregame show. We'll be back with Chris Frankhauser and Jeff Borders, who will be calling the game after this 1-minute break here on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH.
At Western Illinois University, Leathernecks don't just blend in. Our purple stands out. Our students are innovative, creative, and resilient. At WIU, there is limitless potential, with campuses in Macomb, the Quad Cities, and online. Visit wiu.edu/potential to become a Leatherneck and get an education that stands out.
I chose the MDH OBGYN group because I've heard wonderful things about Dr. Smith. And upon entering the office, I really got along with everybody and got a warm feeling. The staff is warm and inviting and welcoming. It's a small community, so it's a really nice hospital to have here in the rural area. I continue to choose MDH because of the relationships I have. I really enjoy everybody here.
The I8FA State Championship game, and I'm here with Chris Frankhauser, who'll be doing play-by-play, Jeff Borders, who'll be doing color. And these two guys have been with TSSR Game Time Live since we started. Jeff's only partially with us now. He's a football coach. But, Jeff, you've seen it from our side, and then you've seen it from the sideline. Well, sort of, you were up in the booth, but you get the point. These are two really good football teams here tonight, aren't they?
It is. These two teams here, they're probably two of the best in the state. That's why they're here. Amboy just all year long, and we've seen. I got to see them on film almost week in and week out, having common opponents. And this team is going to be hard to stop. They've got an offense that it's one of those, what they're going to run. You just got to stop them, and that's been the problem for teams all year. Same way with Ridgewood. They run a pretty, not a similar offense, but the same kind of offense where they're going to run a certain amount of plays, and the point is to stop them, and teams have had a hard time this year stopping them. These two played earlier. It was a pretty close game, so we're looking for an exciting game tonight.
Well, Chris, last year I got to do the exciting semifinal. This year you and John Burton got to do the exciting semifinal. Ridgewood got a big win at Martinsville last week, and it was right down to the wire.
Yeah, it was. It was just a back-and-forth contest, what you would expect in a semifinal contest. And, Ridgewood, we saw them against St. Thomas More a couple of weeks ago. Martinsville was talking to us before. I'm like, yeah, it seems like Ridgewood has like 40 different running backs. You stop Sandberg, and you got Snook, and you got Moriarty, and you got Gully, and Couture can throw the ball when he needs to. That was a big setup to that winning touchdown was the pass play.
Yeah, so it's amazing what 8-man football has become. Jeff, you played a lot of 8-man or 11-man when you were in high school. You're coaching 8-man now. What's been that difference for you this year? Has there been much of a difference?
I'm going to be honest. When we came in and we were doing the games the last few years in 8-man football, and I thought I knew football. I know 11-man football. I learned so much this year as an 8-man coach that just little subtle differences you don't know. When you come to a regular 11-man football game, you've got your down linemen. You run like a 4-4, 4 down linemen, 4 linebackers, that type of thing. The biggest thing I've learned this year that if you have some defensive ends that can contain the play and some good linebackers that can force everything in the middle, man, you've got your defense set right there. A couple guys to throw out on the island by themselves to cover some kids, and you've got a great defense. And the problem is finding 8 people that can take those roles. But you're going to see 2 teams tonight that have those role players, and that's why they're here.
Chris, I know that you've been along for this journey since we started doing the 8-man thing, and never heard you complain about 8-man football at all. How excited are you about for tonight?
I'm excited. 2 teams that played obviously well to get here, and Ridgewood, like Jeff said, 4-point ball game earlier this year. About the only team that stayed close to Amboy all year. So I'm anxious to see this. And, we were joking with Coach Elder last week. Said this is a whole lot shorter trip for us this week than that semifinal was last week. And he said, yeah, we're, it's just going to be a fantastic night. It's, the best weather we've had yet for a 8-man championship game by a long shot. And it's in the 40s, but it's better than it's been any year that we've been here.
It's 30 degrees warmer tonight than it was last year when we were doing the state title game. So
yeah, but we were inside where it was warm last year. Tonight, it doesn't matter if you're outside or inside.
I had to walk 3 blocks last year to get to the booth. It was cold last year.
Well, these guys will be bringing you the contest when we have kickoff at about 7 o'clock. We'll take another break. We'll step away for a minute, and we'll be back with the Amboy coach, Coach Payne, right after this on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH.
There's been a lot of rewarding parts working at McDonough District Hospital. I've had patients come to me that maybe have not had care in the community, care available. So with the addition of nurse practitioners lately, we've been able to add more care, and that's very rewarding to me. My hope is that when the patients leave at the end of an appointment, they leave and they definitely feel like they've been listened to, and they feel like their needs have been met, their cares have been met, and that they're going to get the proper treatment that they deserve from me as a provider.
It was the community that really drew me back to Macomb. I'm from a small community, and I'm from a farm family, and ultimately I always wanted to practice in a place like that, and I felt that I had the ability to connect to people who with a similar background from me, and the fact that the staff members at the hospital and the support, all the support staff at the hospital was also focused with the goal of patient care. It felt like it just all came hammered at home for me.
And welcome back here to the pregame show. We're with Coach Payne, the Amboy Clippers. And, Coach, a little nicer than it was this time last year right before game time, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. It's a lot nicer this time. We're not inside doing this, and it's a beautiful night, and it's going to be a great football game.
Not as warm as it had been, but it's really football weather right now, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. Perfect weather for football. You couldn't ask for a better night and better atmosphere and a better game to be a part of.
Well, your second time in a row being here. Didn't end the way you wanted it to last year. What's this week of practice been like for you?
The kids have been really focused. After the game last year, 4 or 5 of them came up to me and said, we don't ever want to feel like this again. I said, well, there's only one thing we can do, and that's get back to work. And this week, the whole week, they've been focused. They've been working hard, and they just couldn't wait for the game to get here. Couldn't get here fast enough for them.
Well, I think that's probably – as soon as the game was over last year, it was kind of that way. They wanted to be back here, and they couldn't wait for it, could they?
No, they could not. No, this was their goal, was to get back here. And, like you said, came up short last year. A lot of guys were upset, and they just, they worked so hard all summer long, beginning of June, to get back to this situation. And I said, now it's just time to go out there and play hard and see what happens.
Well, I saw you against Flanagan. You guys were so fast I could barely keep stats, and you were moving so quick. You slowed down a little bit against Polo. You guys have really shown that you can huddle, you can go high tempo if you want to. What do the kids like best?
I think the kids like to no huddle. They like to get up on the ball and get going and get moving. And, it's not really a fast-paced no huddle, but it's fast enough. We started doing it last year in the playoffs against Milford, and the kids loved it. So I said, all right, we'll stay with it, guys. I mean, you guys like it. You're the players. You guys – if that's what you want to do, we'll do it. And, we pick times during the game to do it. Coaches in the booth will say, all right, let's go no huddle, and we do it. And kids love doing it, and, and we like doing it too. It's a good pace.
Well, obviously you guys have seen Ridgewood. This is a rematch from earlier in the year. You got the win, but it was your closest game of the year. What do you think's different for your team, and as you've watched tape for Ridgewood, what do you think's different?
Well, last time we played Ridgewood, we were coming off a bye week. We had a forfeit the previous week, and 2 weeks off in the middle of a football season is not a good thing. But Ridgewood's a very good football team. They're a very well coached team. Coach Pat Elder is, he's Hall of Fame for a reason. He's a great football coach, and Ridgewood's a physical football team. They like to run the ball and set up play action just like we do. So it's going to be a good physical football game, and it's two good teams going head to head.
You've got a host of great players on your team that help you guys be so successful. Your line's really good, but when you can throw to guys like Blaine, you have Welchel and Leffelman running out of the backfield, and Jones is doing a great job at quarterback. Your specialty players are just really good across the board.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Brennan Blaine, 3-time All-Stater. Couldn't ask for a better tight end, And our backfield, both of those guys run so hard. They're so hard to tackle. And Eddie Jones has played phenomenal quarterback this year. Gaining that experience last year, the 4 games he had to start helped him out tremendously for this season.
So what do you expect to see differently tonight? Is there anything different between the first game and the last game? Do you think either team's going to change much, or you guys have what you do, and whoever can stop the other one's going to get the win?
I think both teams are going to have a little bit of a wrinkle in there somewhere. Championship game, you always try to throw a couple different things at the other team, but I think in the end it's going to come down to what we both do really well.
And what is it that you do well? Because I've seen you run and you've seen you pass. So what do you consider that you guys do well?
We want to run the ball. We're Amboy. We've been a running team for 40 years. We want to be able to run the football and get downhill and get 3, 4, 5 yards at a time.
Well, it must be rough saying you're a running team and you have somebody like Blaine to throw to.
Yeah, it is. Like I said, Brendan's had a great career, and after tonight, I'm gonna hate to see him go. But we take our shots when we feel that it's the right time to take our shots, and he's done a tremendous job his whole career of going up and getting the football and making big plays for us.
Well, Coach, good luck tonight. Thanks for coming up and talking to us a second time. We had a little problems there first time. We appreciate it greatly. Good luck, and either way, we hope that we can talk to you after the game, and hopefully for your sake, it's with a championship trophy.
Thank you very much.
We'll be back on the pregame show in just a few minutes here on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH.
At Western Illinois University, leathernecks don't just blend in. Our purple stands out. Our students are innovative, creative, and resilient. At WIU, there is limitless potential, with campuses in Macomb, the Quad Cities, and online. Visit wiu.edu/potential to become a leatherneck and get an education that stands out.
And welcome back to the pregame show here on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH. I'm with Coach Elder now, and this is the second time in a row that I've got to talk to you during pregame. A little different circumstances this time, though.
Yeah, I'm a little happier to be in the role I'm in today than I was a year ago. But we're glad to be here and excited for kickoff.
Well, the number 9 seed. I don't know that a lot of people thought that Ridgewood would be the team here. I think people expected maybe Amboy to get here, but you guys have really stepped up your game at the right time, haven't you?
Yeah, I mean, our 2 regular season losses were to Amboy and Polo, so that's 3 of the 4 semifinal teams. We felt like we'd played pretty strong all year long. We just needed a win to kind of get us over the hump, and we were competitive in both those games, but hadn't got it done. And then against St. Thomas More, we were able to close that game out against the 1 seed, and that was a big win, a win we needed.
Well, you talk about wins that you need, and obviously when you're in the postseason, every win is a win you need, right? And you're here, but you don't want to settle for being here. I don't expect, right?
Right. Correct. Yeah, we talked about when the playoffs started, the teams that advance are the teams that continue to improve. We feel like we've done that. I feel like we've continued to improve as the postseason's gone on, and really we won each game in a little different manner, which I think is a real compliment to our kids. That they've been pretty selfless and they focused on what they need to do to win, and that's been great.
Well, I know that everybody I've talked to across the state in 8-man football said you guys just continue to get better. I heard several people say that Martinsville played absolutely their best game of the year last week, and you still beat them. You hear stuff like that, that has to make the kids feel good, doesn't it?
You hope so. And that's the goal. And yeah, Martinsville played an unbelievable game. And really played us off our feet. Again, our kids played great defense. We didn't give up a point the last 19 minutes of the game. And in 8-man football, that doesn't happen very often. We did that. We stayed patient, and we made enough plays to win the football game. We won ugly, and that was the thing going down to Martinsville. And I say this with the utmost respect for Martinsville and Coach Baird, in the fact that that's what bothered me the most going down there. Like they won ugly. They won games however they had to win them, and playing a team at home in the semis that just plays well enough to win all the time is a concern. And so I thought for our kids to beat them at their own game said a lot about our kids.
Well, I know that some people yelling, "Go Amboy." I guess I picked a bad spot for you to do your interview, didn't I? But it's amazing how this 8-man football game, we talked about it last year, but it just continues to grow. And now your team is at the spearhead of that, right? I said that because you got the spear in your Spartan stick. So that's where I went with that. But yeah, that has to feel good that the team that continues to grow and you guys are at the forefront of it.
For sure. And if you'd have been at the bowl 2 weeks ago for the crowd we had there, but more impressive was the crowd we had at Martinsville. That lets you know the growth of the game and how it's catching on. And I think I got my first text at 5:10 this morning. And I know my phone was pretty busy the whole ride home last week. So it's caught on. We're glad to be a part of it, and right now we're glad to be in play.
So what's different tonight from your first meeting? I know that Amboy came off after having a week off, so they had 2 weeks to prepare for you. Does that help you or hurt you because they've kind of got their rhythm going now, but you guys have your rhythm going too?
Yeah, I mean, you just have to hope that it was a good game. It was a tight game, and and we lost. We feel like we've continued to get better every week since then, and we didn't have as much back returning as them. So your hope is that our growth over the last 8 weeks has outdone theirs.
Well, I guess we're going to find out, right? I know that you have at least a triple threat, a quadruple threat in the backfield. How are injuries? I know last week you had a couple injuries. How are you coming into the championship game?
Yeah, we expect to be full speed, so we're excited and gonna try to. Our belief or hope is, you can't take them all away, and so try to figure out what one we can get loose.
It's always about getting somebody loose, isn't it? That's what it's all about. Coach, congratulations on getting here. Good luck tonight. Hopefully we can talk to you after a win, but we'd love to talk to you after the game either way, and maybe you'll be carrying that trophy with you when we do.
That'd be great. Thanks for having us. Thanks for all you do for the 8-man. We appreciate it.
Not a problem. We'll be back on the pregame show here on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH, right after this.
It was the community that really drew me back to Macomb. I'm from a small community, and I'm from a farm family, and ultimately I always wanted to practice in a place like that, and I felt that I had the ability to connect to people who with a similar background from me, and the fact that the staff members at the hospital and the support, all the support staff at the hospital was also focused with the goal of patient care. It felt like it just all came hammered at home for me.
MTC Communications is building a high-speed fiber network in our community, and we're putting priority on the areas with the greatest interest. That means we need your input to let us know you want us to build fiber in your area first. Experience the speed and convenience of fiber internet by visiting our special website and registering. Let us know you want fiber internet today, and make your voice heard.
And welcome back to Monmouth College here in Monmouth, Illinois. And a special guest, Dan Swanson, the 71st District Representative, is with us. And you're wearing a Ridgewood Spartans shirt, so that must mean you have a favorite tonight.
Well, kind of leaning towards Ridgewood, actually. Yes, it's great to have two great teams in the tournament, in the championship game here. So.
Well, you said hi as you walked by, and I snagged you, so you didn't plan on coming on board. So let's just point that out. It wasn't something any of us had planned, but this small school stuff is a big part of your district, isn't it?
Oh, it absolutely is. It's the small schools that make up the district, and it's all about the education, all about the sports. And, our smaller schools can't be forgotten. And by having 8-man football, it's just allowed so many more schools to participate and be a part of something bigger than what they could have been a part of before.
So if Ridgewood can get a win tonight, how big is the celebration in Cambridge and Alwood?
Well, you'll hear them celebrating all the way through tomorrow, I'm sure, but it's quite exciting. A lot of enthusiasm, a lot of blue and white going on right now back home. And I don't know if anybody's even left home, actually, so it's fun.
Well, I'll tell you what, it's going to be a lot of fun. I appreciate you stopping and talking to us on the spur of the moment like that, and we'll let you get down so you can cheer on your favorite team tonight. And I hope that this doesn't result in some lost votes for you down the road here or something like that.
Well, it's funny you say that because through redistricting, before redistricting, Amboy was actually in my district. Loved Amboy. I used to make many trips up to different events up there and stuff. I8FA program. But with redistricting, I no longer have Amboy, so it's pretty easy for me to cheer on Ridgewood from here. And what a beautiful night for a football game.
Until they're redistricted again.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, Dan Swanson talking to us for a few minutes. Back in the booth now, Jeff and Chris, you guys, it's going to be a fun one, and you're going to get the call the rest of the way. You're in where it's warm, but luckily tonight it's not too bad out here. We'll have some halftime interviews and some sideline stuff tonight, but it should be a lot of fun for you guys there in the booth.
Yeah, it should. We're excited to get things underway here in just a little bit.
Chris and Jeff, do you have me in the booth? Can you guys take it?
I went through MDH when we were trying to get pregnant. We were struggling the first year, and then when we got pregnant, I stayed at MDH and through labor and now for pediatrics. My experience was nothing short of phenomenal. I was met with amazing staff members who helped me through concerns that I had when she was first born, helping me learn how to be a new mom. It was really reassuring and comforting knowing that I had so much support and kindness around me. My entire pregnancy at MDH was amazing.
At Western Illinois University, leathernecks don't just blend in. Our purple stands out. Our students are innovative, creative, and resilient. At WIU, there is limitless potential, with campuses in Macomb, the Quad Cities, and online. Visit wiu.edu/potential to become a leatherneck and get an education that stands out.
And welcome to April Zorn Stadium here on the campus of Monmouth College. We're just about 6 minutes away from kickoff of the 8-man state championship. Chris Rankhauser and Jeff Borders getting ready to call this one. And Jeff, as we talked to Dwayne in the pregame show, a whole lot warmer night than we've had here the last few years for the 8-man championship game.
Yeah, that's funny to say when the weather's about a 40-degree night, and the cameramen out there are bundled up and trying to keep warm. Of course, we're in here in this nice warm booth, so we got to dress casually. But yeah, last year, we were like single digit, I believe, right around game time for that one, and the year before when we were here, it was a brisk night that night as well. So tonight is kind of a heat wave considered the last two.
Yeah, it is, and I want to thank everybody for tuning in. Here we'll pass along some of those chats. We always appreciate everybody chiming in and giving us your thoughts and comments, and we'd like to get some of those read out to you guys. Let's see what we got here. Mendota Hills Campground, go Clippers. Rob Craddock, Amboy Class Organization, go Clippers. D. Hughes, let's go Clippers. Sure wish I could be there. Storm team, they got us 40-6 in polo. He's saying I'm betting a score of 48-28.
And that's something we had talked about, Chris. These two teams had matched up earlier this year. Pretty close contest in that one there. And as you said in the pregame, probably the closest game that Amboy had all year, as most of the other games were definitely, 3 to 4 scores difference, if not more.
Yeah, and we can go back over some of the scores for Amboy. They win 46-0 in the opening week. We're getting ready for the national anthem. We're going to step aside, and we'll be back here in just a moment. And we're back here at April Zorn Stadium, about a minute and a half on the pregame show clock, as we're just about set to get it underway. Amboy coming in at 12-0, Ridgewood at 10-2. Amboy on the fans here on the near side with the noisemakers, air horns, and whatever quite loud down below us. Ridgewood Spartans fans over on the far side. And Jeff, look at the Ridgewood. They're lining the track, the fence outside the track, almost from the north end all the way to the south. And a full set of bleachers across the way, full set of bleachers here on the home side for the Amboy Clippers.
Yeah, Amboy here has the home sideline pretty much filled up here at the bleachers. And as you said, Chris, Ridgewood fans travel well, and they've got that far sideline just end to end, from end zone to end zone, a line of people.
And both teams taking the field right now. It's like Amboy's going to receive, and they're going to go north to south, right to left. Here in the opening quarter, Ridgewood going to go south to north.
Number 25 and number 6. It is Eddie Fry, number 6, and number 25, Brayton Clean, back to return.
Connor McCaig, number 1, to kick it away for the Spartans. 15 minutes on the clock. Jeff, we're ready for 8-man championship football.
All the nerves and jitters out there on the field right now. Everyone anxious to get this going, and we're about to see some hitting here real quick.
Spartans in the road white with the navy blue pants. McCaig with the approach. Spinning kick going to be fielded at about the 24. Nearly going down, and will go down across the 25 out near the 35-yard line.
Number 6.
Ed Fry on the return for the Clippers. So 1st and 10, Amboy from their own 34-yard line. Just underway here, 14:54 to play. Quarterback for the Clippers, number 2, Eddie Jones, a 6', 165-pound junior.
I wonder if they're going to do the air horns that I have a feeling. I know the head official's trying to speak it on the mic and nothing's coming through, but as you and I were talking about beforehand, the IHSA bans all noise, air horns and stuff like that. So, it was surprising when so many people here in the stands had them for this, that I have a feeling the officials, because sometimes they can get confused with the...
I think it was an issue with the scoreboard that actually was the problem. As I saw the gentleman here from Monmouth College working the scoreboard controller. So 1st and 10 for the Clippers from their own 34-yard line. Handoff going to go big gain, and maybe all the way across the 30, 25, 20. One man to beat, and he's going to be tripped up from behind by Roy Sandberg. That's number 5 on the carry. Landon Welshel for the Clippers. It'll be 1st and goal, Amboy, from the Ridgewood 6-yard line.
58 yards on the opening run for Welshel.
High formation for the Clippers. Jones under center. Gonna fake the handoffs, gonna look to throw. He's got a man open. It is caught. Touchdown, Clippers. Number 85, Brennan Blaine, a 6'2 senior, 210-pound tight end. And 2 plays in, Amboy takes a 6-0 lead, 11:25 to play here in the opening quarter.
Amboy coming out like we've seen all year, just I-back formation. One great big run to start the game by Welshel, then a little play action pass for the touchdown.
High formation again, Jones under center. I'll go handoff to number 5. That's Landon Welshel, and he's into the end zone. A 2-point conversion good. That makes it an 8-0 lead for the Clippers. 11:25 to play here in the first quarter. And Jeff, you, if you're an Amboy Clippers fan, you could not have asked for a better start to this contest.
Yeah, Amboy comes out quick and strikes fast.
Well, we're going to step aside here for a moment. We'll be back here on TSSR Game Time Live in just a moment.
I see acute injuries on the field. I see ankle sprains. I see ACL knee injuries, as well as in the clinic. It's very rewarding to see them from on the field injury to rehab to transition back to their event.
Well, I've always had an interest in the medical field, and then growing up, I actually went through physical therapy myself for an injury, and that got me back to playing my sports and the activities that I loved. So seeing that firsthand, I got to see how much physical therapy could really benefit others.
And back here on TSSR Game Time Live, we're going to be working on some camera issues here, so you may see a black screen at some point. We'll keep the audio going. Like back deep for Ridgewood. I believe it's been number 8, Luke Gully, and 42, Sean Watt. And we're getting ready to tee it up, kick it away. The approach be fielded by a Watt at about the 14-yard line. Watt's going to take it up across the 25 near the 30. And it looks like we've got an Amboy player shaking up, number 4, Josh McKendry. No, the ball's at fumbled, and I think Ridgewood fumbled it away, and I think Amboy has come up with the football.
Yeah, there was a fumble on the far sideline. Of course, there was kind of a scrum over there. We didn't see it from where we were at, and then I saw the player down here on the hash mark that was injured. But yeah, fumble on the kick return is going to be 1st and 10 for Amboy. Yeah, on the Ridgewood 30-yard line.
So Amboy going to take over deep in Ridgewood territory. 11:17 to play here. Opening quarter, 8-0 lead for the Amboy Clippers. And young man from Amboy up, number 4, Josh McKendry. Coming off on his own power. So Amboy going to set up shop 1st and 10 at the Ridgewood, call it the 29-yard line, just inside the 30. And going to come out now, going to come out single back set. The handoff, I believe that's Welshel again.
This time he's going to be met in the hole.
Rowdy Beam, 51 for the Spartans. There's going to be a loss of a yard, half a yard, almost back to the 30-yard line. So we'll still call it 2nd down and 10 from the Ridgewood 29. 11 minutes to go here in the opening quarter. 8-0 lead for the Clippers. High formation, 2nd and 10. Handoff, second back through. That is Welshel, I believe, again. And he's going to get it across the 25 down to about the 24-yard line.
Beam on the tackle once again.
So 3rd down and 5 for the Clippers. Up to the line quickly. I set again. Eddie Jones under center for the Clippers. Takes a snap, first back three. That's number 21, Quinn Leflin, and he's going to go into the end zone. Touchdown, Clippers.
21-yard run for number 21, Quinn Leflin.
5'10", 215-pound junior for the Clippers.
And just like that, it's a 14-0 lead for Amboy. That score coming at 10:13 to play here in the opening quarter. High set again on the two-point conversion. Jones going to look back, and he's going to be sacked in the backfield. Number 4, Owen Anderson on the stop for the Ridgewood Spartans. So the two-point conversion is no good. 10:13 to play here in the first quarter, and Amboy on top 14-0.
If you're Ridgewood, this is not how you wanted to start this game out.
So 14-0 in favor of the Clippers, 10:13 to play. So again, we're going to see Watt and Gully back deep for Ridgewood. Number 14, I believe, in to kick for the Clippers. He'll step it off. Back to the 30, ball on the tee, and approached by number 14, and it's a end-over-end kick fielded by Gully at the 15, across the 20, 25, 30. He's going to be met right there at the 30-yard line.
53 for Amboy.
Austin Heath, the first one down there for the Clippers on the stop, so they'll be 1st and 10 Ridgewood. Ball right at their own 30-yard line, already down 14-0, not even 5 minutes into the contest. First and 10 for the Spartans. Riley Couture under center, single back. That was Sandberg, and Couture's just going to keep it and go forward for a nice game of about 5 yards. When you talk Ridgewood, Jeff, we talked in the pregame show, several backs back there capable of, and St. Thomas More, Snook, and Sandberg were the two main backs, but you also got Patrick Moriarty, and Couture can't throw the football. So 2nd and 5, 9:35 to play, first quarter. Couture will fake the counter, and Sandberg's going to have a first down for the Spartans across the 40 at about the 43-yard line. Called a gain of about 8.
Nice misdirection play there by the Spartans.
You'll see them fake that counter play a lot and run that counter play a lot, coming to each side. 9:10 to play here, first quarter. 1st and 10 for the Spartans from their own 42-yard line. And I think there was a fumble on the handoff, and Amboy's on it. Number 55, Landon Monavon, the senior, 5'10", 210 pounds, on the football. And he just basically was right there when Couture went to hand off the football, and Amboy's going to take over 1st and 10 from the Ridgewood 40-yard line. Ridgewood just getting a couple of plays off here in this first quarter, and it's been all Amboy this far. Come out one setback set, 2 receivers on the near side for the Clippers. Jones in the shotgun, going to take the snap, looks at throws, going to be a little pass off to number 85. That's Blaine again. And he's racing down the sidelines. He's going to go 10-5. Touchdown, Clippers, 40 yards. 8:45 to play here in the first. It's a 20-0 lead in favor of Amboy. That's the second passing touchdown. Jones to Blaine in the contest.
It's pretty good stats. Two passes, 2 completions, 2 touchdowns for 46 yards.
So
On
the
the flip side, it's 2 receptions for 2 touchdowns and 46 yards.
Jones going to hand it off on the 2-point conversion, busting into the end zone. Number 21, Quinn Leffelman. And with 8:45 to play, it is a 22-0 lead already for the Amboy Clippers. Jeff, you couldn't imagine a faster start than this for the Clippers. You couldn't. I mean, if you're an Amboy fan, you could not, a player, coach, you could not have predicted that you were going to get a start like this.
Yeah, 2 plays on your opening drive into the, you're in. Turnover on the kickoff, score on that. Ridgewood, couple real good runs, get a first down, and then very next play fumble. 1 play after that, it's another touchdown.
So 20-0 in favor of the Clippers. Again, it'll be Watt and Gully back deep. Getting 8:45 to play here in the opening quarter. Thanks for tuning in to TSSR Game Time Live with beautiful campus of Monmouth College and April Zorn Stadium. Nice high end over and kick. Going to be Gully again at about the 15, across the 20, 25. He's not going to get past the 25. There's nothing but a sea of red down there on the stop. It's like number 9.
Number 3 and 52, all right there for Amboy. Gully kind of looked up, saw 3 red jerseys, and I got nowhere to go.
Brody Christophson, the lead tackler there, number 9 for the Clippers on the stop. So Ridgewood's going to get it 1st and 10 from their own 25. 8:39 to go, 22-0 lead, I should say, for the Clippers. Single back set for the Spartans. Couture going to take the counter this side. That's Sandberg, and he's going to be wrapped up for no gain there. Number 5, Landon Welshel on the stop. So 2nd and 10 for Ridgewood. Ball at their own 25, 8:20 to play here in the opening quarter. Getting single back set. Couture under center, going to hand off. This is Patrick Moriarty. No, played faked me out. And it's number 21 on the carry. Taylor Snook, didn't see him on offense last week. Got dinged up in the St. Thomas More game 2 weeks ago. And he's going to have a gain of about 7.
Nice run there by Snook on the inside handoff. Had some little room there, and then kind of powered his way forward to get that 7-yard gain. Going to bring up a 3rd and 3 now for the Spartans.
Ball at their own 32, 7:25 to play here in the opening quarter. Torres is going to take it, and
it's going to be a false start. Yeah, something I've been noticing, Chris, and something that, to be honest with you, when I was watching the St. Thomas More game when you guys did that one, and even when I watched when Bushnell played their one end is always just right. It always looks like he might be just a little bit too quick. Even a few plays tonight, I've seen it where it just looks like he moves just a little bit quicker than everyone else, and they're going to get him for it on that one there. And the sad thing is the quarterback had an easy first down on that sneak.
Yeah, he did, but it's going to be a loss of 5, so make it from 3rd and 3 to 3rd and 8. Single back set again for the Spartans. Couture under center. He's going to take it on a quarterback keeper up the middle. Is going to get it out to about the 30.
Welshel on the tackle.
Gain of a couple on the play, but it's going to set up a 4th and 5, almost 6. And we're going to see the punt team for Ridgewood. Looks like number 25 dropping back. Braden Klein going to drop back for the Clippers back to his own 35-yard line. That Snook that's to kick it away, and it's blocked. And Amboy's got to come up with it. Number 24 actually on the punt, Gavin Verhecke. And with the block, didn't see who got in there to get the block, but number 55 comes up with a football.
55 did a heads-up play because that's a live ball at that point.
And
there was a Ridgewood player going for it, and he caught it out of the air and went down with it. So great field position once again for Amboy here.
Landon Monavon on the recovery. So 1st and 10 Clippers from the Ridgewood 29, 6:28 to play first quarter. Shotgun snap. Looking downfield, he's got the man open. Is that 3 for 3? It is. Jones to Blaine, a touchdown at Clippers, 29 yards. A third touchdown pass between those two here in the opening quarter. It's now a 28-0 lead, 6:22 to play first quarter.
The quarterback and Blaine are both 3 for 3 for 75 yards and 3 touchdowns.
6:22 now. Amboy going to come out empty backfield, spread it out. 4 receivers, 2 to each side. Out of the shotgun, going to send Blaine in motion. Fakes the handoff to Blaine. It's going to be up the middle and into the end zone, too, for the 2-point conversion. Number 2, Jones on the conversion run. 6:22 to play first quarter. It's the Clippers 30, Spartans nothing. We're going to step aside here for a moment. We'll be back on TSSR Game Time Live in just a moment.
At Western Illinois University, Leathernecks don't just blend in. Our purple stands out. Our students are innovative, creative, and resilient. At WIU, there is limitless potential, with campuses in Macomb, the Quad Cities, and online. Visit wiu.edu/potential to become a Leatherneck and get an education that stands out.
Back here on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH. So we're going to see number 42 again, Sean Watt, and number 8, Luke Gully back for the Spartans. Keep those chats coming. Coach, again, a high end over and kick fielded at the 16 by Gully, up across the 20, 25. He's wrapped up right there, number 6. Ed Fry down on the stop for the Clippers. We 1st and 10 for the Ridgewood Spartans.
Gully did a good job, though. Number 6 there got him. He's able to get about another 3 or 4 yards just keeping his feet driving. He just said it was going to be 1st and 10 now, ball on the 29 for the Spartans.
Ridgewood just trying to get something going here on the early on as 1st and 10 from their own 29. Couture, handoff, first back, and there's not much there off the left side. .25, Roy Sandberg on the carry.
He is going to get a short gain. He actually got more than I thought he did, but we're going to call it a gain of 2, Chris. They gave him 2 on the scoreboard.
Yep, so we'll go with that. 2nd and 8 from the 31-yard line of the Spartans. .540 to play. Couture under center. Counter to the near side was Sandberg, and he's got nowhere to go. Number 25 in on the stop, Braden Klein. And that's going to be a no gain for Sandberg. 5:24 to play. It's going to be a 3rd down and called almost 9.
Yeah, he might have actually lost a little bit on that one there, but we'll call it a 3rd and long 8, short 9.
Clock down to 5:05 to play here in the opening quarter. 30-0 lead for Amboy. We got a stoppage and I believe a timeout. by Ridgewood. That'll be their first, and we're going to step aside here for a moment. We'll be back here on TSSR Game Time Live in just a moment.
I chose the MDH OBGYN group because I've heard wonderful things about Dr. Smith. And upon entering the office, I really got along with everybody and got a warm feeling. The staff is warm and inviting and welcoming. It's a small community, so it's a really nice hospital to have here in the rural area. I continue to choose MDH because of the relationships I have. I really enjoy everybody here.
Well, I've always had an interest in the medical field, and then growing up, I actually went through physical therapy myself for an injury, and that got me back to playing my sports and the activities that I loved. So seeing that firsthand, I got to see how much physical therapy could really benefit others.
Back here on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH. 3rd and 8 for the Spartans. We're going to take the snap, counter to the near side. That's Sandberg again, and he's going to be bounce off a couple of tacklers, Jeff, but he's not going to get back to the line of scrimmage. Take your pick. There's about 4 or 5 red jerseys there on the stop.
Yeah, he maybe did just get back to the line of scrimmage, but, man, he fought for all of that to get back to the line of scrimmage.
So it'll be a 4th and long, 4th and 8 for the Spartans. Gavin Verhecke back in to punt it away for Ridgewood. Back deep, number 25. Braden Klein again for the Clippers. Clock continuing to run down, 4:25 to play.
Oh, they almost got another one, Chris.
That's going to take a Spartan bounce inside the 40 and keep bounding down 35.
Down to the
blown dead about the 32-yard line, so that's where Amboy's going to have their worst field position of the contest. 1st and 10 from their own 31-yard line, up 30-0 here with 4:10 to play.
I almost said, and I didn't get a chance to get it out before it happened, but is it too early to run a fake punt? You're down, you're down 30. You already had your first punt blocked. You see how much pressure there's in the middle. Is it too early to run the fake? Well, they went ahead and punted it. So, as you said, Amboy with their worst field position of the contest.
So 1st and 10 Clippers from their own 32-yard line. Jones going to hand off and still on his feet. Nice gain. Number 21, Quinn Leffelman. Going to be a gain of 6. So 2nd and 4 from the 38. Clock under 4 to play, 3:55. And a whistle.
Flag on the far sideline. Offsides on the defense. That's going to be enough for an Amboy first down. 2nd penalty on the Spartans tonight. And that'll be the result of an Amboy Dental first down to the penalty.
3:48 to play, handoff. Nice job there. Tripped up on the play on the carry was Washel, number 34. Gavin Franks taking the feet out from underneath him. A gain of about a yard on the play. 2nd and 9. Hades on the chat said this is probably the most dominant Illinois 8-man team we have seen.
Illegal procedure on the Clippers this time. Going to move them back 5. That'll bring up a 2nd and we'll say 14, Chris. That's the first penalty, though, on the Clippers tonight.
Evan Riley in the chat says, go Amboy. Cards fan says, defense is swarming. So it'll be a 2nd and 13 from the Clippers from their own 40-yard line. 3:15 to play here in the opening quarter. Jones out of the shotgun, going to hand off to Washel. And he's got room. He's across the 50, 40. Tripped up. No, he stays on his feet inside the 20. 10-5. Touchdown, Clippers. 62 yards.
57 yards.
So a another touchdown for the Amboy Clippers. It's 36-0 here with 3:03 to play in the opening quarter. High set. Jones going to hand off. Washel into the end zone. The two-point conversion is good with 3:03 to play here in the opening quarter. 38-0 in favor of the Clippers. We'll be back here on TSSR Game Time Live in just a moment.
MTC Communications is building a high-speed fiber network in our community, and we're putting priority on the areas with the greatest interest. That means we need your input to let us know you want us to build fiber in your area first. Experience the speed and convenience of fiber internet by visiting our special website and registering. Let us know you want fiber internet today and make your voice heard.
I would have to say that is the most rewarding part of what I do, making a difference in people's lives. Taking care of the women from puberty on through postmenopausal stages and seeing them go through the phases and stages of life.
We're back here on TSSR Game Time Live. 38-0 in favor of the Clippers. 3:03 to play. Gully and a Watt back deep. Rylan Meninich, sophomore, ready to kick it away. Hopefully I got the name pronunciation right on that one. For the Clippers, number 14. Approach, high end over end kick, going to be filled by Gully again. This time at about the 18 across the 25-30. Hurdles one man, but going to go down at about the 34-yard line, we'll call it. So 1st and 10, Ridgewood. They have got quite the hole to dig out of, Jeff. Down 38-0 with still 2:57 to play in the opening quarter.
You know, you go down a quick 2 scores, your team comes to the sideline and say, hey, the game is still early. We got plenty of time. That time's going to be getting short real early.
So Couture under center, single back set. Look to pass, and he's got all sorts of pressure. Going to flip it out here to Preston Moriarty. And the official here on the near side is going to say catch.
It looked like a catch. Looked like he had his hands underneath of it from my view through the binoculars.
So a gain of a couple on the play. 2nd down at 8 from the Ridgewood 35. 2:34 to play here in this opening quarter. And a unexpected first quarter as Amboy out to a 38-0 lead. Tore under center again. And a hand on the counter to Preston Moriarty. He's across the 40 to the 41. Good run for Preston Moriarty. Called a gain of about 4. So a 3rd down, and we'll call it 4. 2 minutes to play. 2nd and 8, or 3rd and 4, I should say, from the Ridgewood 40-yard line.
Ridgewood just trying to get their 2nd first down of the contest here.
Third and 4. Tort under center, going to hand off. And that's going to be a loss of a couple on the play.
That was
Taylor Snook.
Going to lose 1 on the play. That's going to bring up now, after moving that back, that'll bring up a 4th and, they got 4th and 3 on the board. It looks like a 4th and 4 from here. And they're going to keep the offense out, Chris.
They pretty much at this point have to, Jeff.
Yeah.
Down 38-0 as we near the 1-minute mark of the opening quarter. Tort going to roll out, looks to throw. Still on his feet, he's going to run. He's going to be close. He reached out with the football and it looked like it trickled out of his hands. I have to see where they mark it.
It looks like they're giving him enough for a first down, but that far yard marker's on the ground, so we'll wait and see. But it's going to be close because they needed to get right to about the 48-yard line. And it is going to be enough for a hometown bar and grill first down for the Spartans.
Speaking of hometown bar and grill, they say we are very proud of our Ridgewood Spartans. Congrats on a great season. Definitely a season to remember. So 1st and 10 Spartans from their own 43. Clock stopped. 53.4 seconds to play in the opening quarter. Couture under center. Want to send Snook out to the near sideline. On a big blitz from the far side. Number 53 racing in. That is Austin Heath, the senior, 5'10", 165 pounds. Pretty much untouched, Jeff, from the far side.
Yeah, he did exactly what you're taught. He's a down lineman. The guy in front of him pulled, and he went right with the pulling lineman, and it led him right to the quarterback.
So loss of 5. Going to make it 2nd and 15 from the Spartan 38-yard line. 20 seconds remaining. Couture under center. Gonna hand it off to Sandberg, and again, nowhere for Roy Sandberg to go. Number 53 on the stop, Austin Heath. And that will be the last play of the quarter, and that's going to be a loss back to the 35-yard line.
Loss of 4 on that one, Chris.
So it's going to be 3rd and long for the Ridgewood Spartans as we end the opening quarter, 38-0. It's all Amboy. We'll be back with second quarter action here on TSSR Game Time Live in just a moment.
At Western Illinois University, Leathernecks don't just blend in. Our purple stands out. Our students are innovative, creative, and resilient. At WIU, there is limitless potential, with campuses in Macomb, the Quad Cities, and online. Visit wiu.edu/potential to become a Leatherneck and get an education that stands out.
Since 1958, McDonough District Hospital has proudly served the residents of West Central Illinois. We've built new facilities, hired highly trained, experienced, and caring medical staff members, and expanded our service offerings to meet your healthcare needs, all while providing the best possible patient experience. Let us show you why McDonough District Hospital is your community healthcare partner, growing our legacy one patient at a time.
Welcome back to Monmouth College. April Zorn Stadium is a nice shot of the moon this evening. A little quarter crescent there as it's 3rd and 15 for the Spartans all the way back at their own 38. Couture going to hand off to the near side. That's Sandberg. He breaks one tackle, but he's not going to break the 2nd and 3rd. Be brought down on the near sideline. Number 3, Cody Wynn, one of the Clippers there on the stop.
Yeah, Amboy just has great pursuit right now. You've got someone slowing him up in the backfield, not able to make the tackle, but then just great pursuit from the backside that's just stifling the Spartan offense right now.
And we're going to see number 5, Landon Welsh, will actually go back this time for the Clippers. Looks like Couture actually in to do the punting now for the Clippers, or for the Spartans, I should say. Nice high kick, going to bounce out of bounds at about the 37-yard line. That's where Ridgewood will take over, or the Clippers will take over 1st and 10 here to start their first drive of the second quarter.
Got a text message for Coach Brian Lafferty. Always enjoys listening to the broadcast of the game, and I know he missed me all year not being up here in the booth doing these games with you, Chris, and he probably just wanted to reach out and say hi because, I wasn't with you all year this year. I was actually on a different headset in the booth,
Yes.
So we always appreciate Coach Lafferty reaching out too.
Of course, Coach Lafferty ties back to the BWP days. Of course, son of the Hall of Famer Tim Lafferty. 1st and 10 for the Clippers from their own 37-yard line. A handoff, the late handoff, and that's Washel again, and he's going to go 40, 30, 20, 10, 5, touchdown Clippers.
62 yards, and the touchdown.
What a impressive run there by Mr. Welshel.
6 carries, 185 yards.
I think you'll take that average about any game, right?
I mean, he's got that with just a couple minutes off the clock here in the second quarter. That some people would call that a heck of a game.
44-0 already in favor of Amboy. Clippers going to come to the line for the 2-point conversion. I set. Got to fake the handoff. Throw into the end zone. The conversion is good. Landon Welshel on the catch. That pushes the lead to 46-0 with 11:05 to play in the first half.
Coach Roddice reaching out also, saying, telling us we're doing a good job. And of course, we connect back to Coach Roddice. So many years there at assistant and then head coach there at Bushnell-Prairie City.
Of course, now over coaching up the Lewiston co-op with Valley and Cuba, LVC Miners. Thanks to Coach Roddice and Coach Laverty for tuning in tonight. And there's a penalty on the 2-point conversion, roughing the passer. Daniel Becker watching from Tempe, Arizona. Thanks for tuning in. Bradley Piper playing great, boys. Remember, the job isn't finished till the final whistle. Go Clippers. Gonna get in some of those live reads. Good luck, Clippers. Vatchen Brothers Chevrolet Inc. Find them at www.vatchenbrothers.com. Also, the Amboy Athletic Boosters would like to wish the Clippers the best of luck and congrats on a wonderful season. Go Clippers. Hometown Bar and Grill says, we are very proud of our Ridgewood Spartans. Congrats on a great season. Definitely a season to remember. And the First National Bank Amboy says, good luck, Clippers, in your bid for a state championship from the First National Bank Amboy, where you come first. So the roughing the passer call is enforced on the kickoff, so Amboy going to be kicking off from the Ridgewood 45-yard line. Goalie and Watt again back deep. A high end over end kick going to be fielded at about the 5. I believe that is number 42 on the carry, Sean Watt. .10:59 to play here in the first half. Ridgewood will have it 1st and 10 from their own 19-yard line. Couture under center. Handoff. I believe that's Sandberg on the... No, that is not Sandberg on the carry.
That is 21.
Taylor Snook. Gain of, we'll call it a gain of short 2, 2nd and 8. 10:35 to play here in the first half. We're going to hand off this time to Sandberg, and he's tripped up behind the line of scrimmage again. Number 85, why not Brennan Blaine on the stop for the Clippers. That's going to be a loss of yards, so now 3rd down and 9 for Ridgewood.
Third and long for Ridgewood, just not able to get any momentum going. Amboy's defense right now just smothering.
Tore under center. Fakes the handoff, and he will break free. Across the 20, big hit there, still won't go down. Finally does go down.
Blaine, of course, in there to make that big hit and driving backwards.
Also number 3, Cody Wynn. And Couture looks like he is shaken up on the play. Forward progress, I think, got out to about the 20, maybe the 21-yard line, but not much more than that.
I think they marking him right at the original line of scrimmage.
Yeah, looks like it. So 4th and 10, Amboy getting ready to field the ball again.
Looks like a official's timeout to get player off the
I
field.
think that is Riley Couture that got dinged up on that play is the one getting some help off the field.
That's looks like number 24 in to do the punting now.
Gavin Verhecke. Got a couple of return men back for the Clippers. Good snap. Kick is on the way. A high kick. Can be fielded at Amboy 47.
Wow.
Is that number 25 on the carry? Braden Klein and a great return deep into Ridgewood territory. Be 1st and 10 Clippers
like
from the 26. 25, right at the 25 it looks like. 9:01 to play first half. Amboy 46, Ridgewood nothing. Going to come out empty set. 2 receivers near side, 1 receiver far side. Jones takes the snap. He's going to keep it himself. Penalty flag on the play. Jones is going to take it down inside the 10-yard line, it looks like. That may come back.
I think we're going to have a hold. Looks like everyone's marching back here. Look like a hold here on the near side.
No,
there we
legal
go.
shift. So 5-yard mark off on the Clippers. Make it 1st and 15 from the 30. Handoff, and that's Walshall again, or Welshall, and he's going to have a first down.
All the way down to, it looks like, the 15-yard line. Looks like they're going to mark him down at about the 16-yard line, just shy of the first down, so a gain of about 14 on the play.
David Camp on the chat watching from Fargo, North Dakota. So 2nd and 1.
Leffelman on the carry this time. He's going to have enough for an Amboy Dental first down. He's going to get the ball down to the 12-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10 from the Spartan 12 for the Clippers.
7:50 and counting here in the opening half. 46-0 in favor of Amboy. Send 2 receivers in the near side, single setback. That's Blaine in the backfield. Jones out of the shotgun. Going to hand it off to Blaine. He's going to dance around across the 5. He's going to bowl over a tackler and into the end zone. Touchdown for Amboy. That makes it 52-0 here with 7:28 to play in the first half.
That is Blaine's 4th touchdown of the contest. His first rushing touchdown to go along with 3 touchdowns through the air.
Walshall the lone setback. Jones under center. Going to send 21 in motion. Leffelman.
He just walks it into the end
Walshall
zone.
with the 2-point conversion. We do have a flag here on the near side. Legal shift again on the Clippers. to move it back to the 8, and we'll try the 2-point conversion again. $7:26 to play here in the first half. Number 7, Troy Anderson, bringing the play in from the sideline. He'll go split out to the far side. Going to go empty backfield, 2 receivers to both sides. Jones out of the shotgun. Takes a snap, looks to throw. He's got a man open, just out of the reach of Brennan Blaine. So the 2-point conversion fails, 52-0 in favor of the Clippers.
Guys, I want you to do me a favor and keep it clean in the chat. Remember, these are high school kids that are playing football. We don't need to be saying such things as warm up the bus and stuff like that. Enjoy the game. If you have comments like that, just keep them to yourself. We don't need them in the chat.
Absolutely. So with 7:26 to play here in the first half, 52-0 in favor of the Clippers. We're going to step aside, and we'll be back here on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH, in just a moment.
At Western Illinois University, Leathernecks don't just blend in. Our purple stands out. Our students are innovative, creative, and resilient. At WIU, there is limitless potential, with campuses in Macomb, the Quad Cities, and online. Visit wiu.edu/potential to become a Leatherneck and get an education that stands out.
Back here at Abrams Stadium on the beautiful campus of Monmouth College. 7:26 to play here in the first half. 52-0 lead in favor of the Clippers. Goalie and Watt back deep. Again for Ridgewood. Kick a high end over end kick, going to be fielded by Watt this time at about the 17, across the 20, 25. He will not get to the 30-yard line as he's wrapped up on the play. It's like number 6, one of the Clippers down there on the stop, Ed Fry. So 1st and 10 for the Spartans from their own 28. Riley Couture back in at quarterback after being shaken up. Encroachment on the Clippers, a 5-yard mark-off, so they'll make it a 1st and 5 for Ridgewood from their own 28-yard line. Single setback is Snook in the backfield. Couture, he'll keep it on the quarterback keeper across the 25, or across the 30, I should say, up to about the 33-yard line. Called a gain of 4, so 2nd and a long 1. Clock down to 7 to play here in the opening half. $52-0 in favor of the Clippers. So it'll be 2nd and we'll call it 1. Preston Moriarty split to the far side. Couture going to look to throw under all sorts of pressure. Is going to get it away. It's going to be intercepted. And that's going to go for a pick six. Number 25 on the interception, Braden Klein. 58-0 in favor of Amboy. 6:28 to play here in the first half. Apologize, we're having some issues with our chat function. 58-0 in favor of the Amboy Clippers. Just no words at this point.
Yeah, this is not the way I saw this game going down when we started this broadcast.
Going to be a pitch from Jones to Welshel, and he's into the end zone. The 2-point conversion good. Amboy 60, Ridgewood nothing. 6:28 to play. We're going to step aside here on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH. We'll be back in just a moment.
I chose the MDH OBGYN group because I've heard wonderful things about Dr. Smith. And upon entering the office, I really got along with everybody and got a warm feeling. The staff is warm and inviting and welcoming. It's a small community, so it's a really nice hospital to have here in the rural area. I continue to choose MDH because of the relationships I have. I really enjoy everybody here.
MDH Sport Medicine Rehab is just not for the athlete. We see a variety of ages, getting them from having pain to no pain to get back to their normal activities and their prior level of function.
Welcome back here to April's Orange Stadium, Monmouth College. Chris Rank has the jump orders tonight. The I8FA state championship game, and it's been all Amboy, 60-0. Forget, coming up at halftime, they'll have the announcement of the 8-man all-state teams. Watt and goalie back again deep for Ridgewood. High end over end kick. This is going to be fielded by Watt again at about the 18 across at 20, 25, 30. Good return there across the 35. Going to be brought down at about the Ridgewood 38-yard line. Number 6, I believe, Ed Fry again down on the stop for the Clippers.
If you're Ridgewood at this point, you're playing for the pride. You know, you come in here, there's not much you can do when you're down 60-0 in the first half, but at this point you're just playing for the pride, and you're not going to give up on your teammates.
So 1st and 10 for the Spartans. Couture under center. Hand off to Snook. Nice run. He'll get it across the 40.
Gain of 6, it looks like.
Landon Montavon on the stop for the Clippers after the gain of 5, as Jeff said. 2nd and 5 from the Ridgewood 43. Nice on-field shot there. And Jason, I believe, on the camera down on the field tonight. Good shot by him. So 2nd and 5 for the Spartans. Couture under center. Counter to the near side. That's Preston Moriarty. And
nowhere to go.
Wrapped up number 25 in on the stop. Braden Klein.
Short gain of about 2.
So 3rd down and 3, we'll call it, from the Spartan 45-yard line. Clock under 5.5 to play. 5:27 and counting. Amboy all over the Spartans here in the first half. A 60-0 lead. Yeah, you heard that right. 60-0 lead for Amboy over Ridgewood here in the first half. Tor under center, single back. Hand off up the middle. That was Taylor Snook, number 21 on the carry.
Get a gain of 4 yards, and it'll be enough for a hometown bar and grill. 1st down.
Stop the clock, get the down markers set, and roll the clock. We're right at 5 to play. 1st and 10 for the Spartans. Again, nice shot there from Jason on the field. And the Ridgewood backfield is going to send out Preston Moriarty to the far side. Couture going to look to throw. He's going to fire it downfield. It nearly intercepted on the coverage, number 7, Troy Anderson. And that incomplete pass will make it 2nd and 10. Clock stop with 4:40 to play here in the opening half. So 2nd and 10 for Ridgewood from their own 48-yard line. under center. Fake the handoff. He's going to take it around the far side. He's going to have enough for another Ridgewood first down, out of bounds inside the 35, and that's another Hometown Bar and Grill first down for the Spartans. Take it from the 48 to the 31. 48 of Ridgewood to the 31 of Amboy.
About a 22-yard gain there.
Best offensive play on the night for the Spartans. So 1st and 10. First time Ridgewood's been in Amboy territory on the evening. 4:31 to play. 1st and 10 Spartans. Handoff, and we're going to get a penalty flag. The handoff to Roy Summer, but it looked like one of the linemen for the Spartans moved early. So it will be a false start, 5-yard mark. Off, move it from the 31 back to the Amboy 36. 1st and 15. .4:27 to play, 1st and 15 from the Amboy 36 for the Ridgewood Spartans. Little on-field look there.
Timeout going to be taken by Ridgewood.
Their second of the first half. With that, we'll step aside for a moment. We'll be back here on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH, in just a moment.
MTC Communications is building a high-speed fiber network in our community, and we're putting priority on the areas with the greatest interest. That means we need your input to let us know you want us to build fiber in your area first. Experience the speed and convenience of fiber internet by visiting our special website and registering. Let us know you want fiber internet today, and make your voice heard.
Well, I've always had an interest in the medical field, and then growing up, I actually went through physical therapy myself for an injury, and that got me back to playing my sports and the activities that I loved. So seeing that firsthand, I got to see how much physical therapy could really benefit others.
Welcome back here to Mama College.
Remember, guys, I need you to keep it clean in the chat. Let's remember these are high school kids that are playing. We just removed one person from the chat. I do not have a problem removing more people from the chat. Keep it clean, root on your team. That's it. No more. All right?
So 1st and 15 for the Spartans. Couture going to fire it down the middle. It nearly caught, but nice play by number 7 again. Troy Anderson, the intended receiver, number 23, Preston Moriarty. So that incomplete pass will stop the clock with 4:21 to play. 2nd and 15 from the Amboy 36 for the Spartans. Couture going to hand it off. That's Sandberg still on his feet. He's going to be out close to another first down, or
back to the original line of scrimmage.
At the original line. Momentarily looked up and saw a marker. So it's going to be a gain of about 6 for the Ridgewood Spartans. 3rd down and a long 9. 3:57 to play here in the opening half. 60-0 lead in favor of the Clippers. Snook, the lone setback behind Riley Couture. He's going to go in motion to the far sideline. Going to drop back to pass. Going to be able to dump off to number 2.
Nice
Wes
screen setup.
Sandberg.
He's going to have it down to about the 11-yard line. That's going to be enough for another Hometown Bar and Grill first down for the Spartans.
Wes Sandberg, I should say, on the reception there. And as you said, Jeff, it's going to take it down to about the, looks like they're going to mark it at the Amboy 11, 1st and 10.
20-yard completion on the screenplay.
Clock continuing to tick down near the 3:10 mark. First and 10 for the Spartans from the Amboy 11-yard line. Snook the setback. Going to send out Moriarty from the far end. Going to be a little pass caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Ridgewood. Preston Moriarty on the 11-yard touchdown pass from Riley Couture, and that puts the Spartans on the scoreboard. 2:56 to play here in the opening half. .256 to play. Ridgewood getting on the score now, a 60-6 contest. Going to come back up to the line of scrimmage. Couture going to go under center. The lone setback is Taylor Snook. And the two-point conversion run is going to be no good with Snook on the carry. So with 2:56 to play here in the opening half, it's now a 60-6 lead. We'll be back here on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH in just a moment.
Minimally invasive surgery offers a variety of benefits to the patient. We're now able to offer patients a variety of operations with small incisions rather than big open incisions. The surgeries that we can do now, minimally invasive, include bariatrics, hernia repair, colorectal surgeries, faster recovery, smaller incisions, faster time back to work.
I would have to say that is the most rewarding part of what I do, making a difference in people's lives, taking care of the women from puberty on through postmenopausal stages and seeing them go through the phases and stages of life.
We're back here at Monmouth College, 60-6. Favor of the Clippers. Number 1, Connor McKick to tee it up for Ridgewood. Couple men back deep for the Clippers. Line drive kick on a hot fielded at about the 24. That is who else landed Welshel. And a nice run back to near midfield.
About the 45, 44-yard line.
2:49 to go, 60-6 in favor of the Clippers. It'll be first and 10 Amboy from their own. They're going to mark it back at the 48. 43. My apologies.
The Scots was throwing me off on the field as well.
So first and 10 for the Clippers from the Amboy 43. Jones shotgun snap, got a little wide receiver screen to number 7, and he's got some room. He's got the first down, the hometown bar, or Amboy Dental first down, inside Ridgewood territory down to the 35-yard line.
23 yards on the pass play.
Jones to Troy Anderson. 2:30 and counting, 2:25 to play, 60-6, first and 10 for the Clippers. Handoff, and that's going to be Welshel again. 5 touchdown Clippers. .35 yards on the touchdown run for number 5, Landon Welshel, and that pushes the lead back to 60. It's 66-6 with 2:14 to play here on the opening half. Wow. All I can say is Amboy is just hitting on all 8 cylinders here in the first half. They'll line it up for the 2-point conversion. Jones going to go under center. Lead back is number 21, Quinn Leffelman. And it's going to be a Welshel on the run for the 2, and it is good. So with 2:14 to play, first half at 68-6 in favor of Amboy. We're going to step aside. We'll be back here at April's Horn Stadium on the campus of Monmouth College in just a moment.
At Western Illinois University, leathernecks don't just blend in. Our purple stands out. Our students are innovative, creative, and resilient. At WIU, there's limitless potential, with campuses in Macomb, the Quad Cities, and online. Visit wiu.edu/potential to become a leatherneck and get an education that stands out.
I see acute injuries on the field. I see ankle sprains. I see ACL knee injuries, as well as in the clinic. It's very rewarding to see them from on-the-field injury to rehab to transition back to their event.
Welcome back here to Monmouth College. 2:14 to play here in the opening half. 68-6 in favor of Amboy.
Once again, someone has been removed from the chat. Guys, they need you. Stop arguing about enrollment. It doesn't matter. Cheer on your team. Say positive things. If the arguments keep continuing on there, we will turn off the live chat. And we don't want to do that. Just keep it about the game and positivity.
And a big hit on the return. I believe that was Watt on the return. 52 on the stop. Dylan Merriman, a 5'8", 190-pound junior, on the stop for the Clippers. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Ridgewood Spartans from their own 29-yard line. .206 to play. 1st and 10 again for the Spartans from their own 29-yard line. Snook, the handoff to Snook. He's going to break free of a couple tackles, but not get a whole lot. Maybe a gain of a couple on the play.
Looks like a gain of 2.
21, Quinn Levelman. Number 7, Troy Anderson in on the stop for the Clippers. That's going to bring us down to 1:40 to play here in the opening half. 68-6. Again, Jason Hulett doing some nice camera work down on the field for us here tonight. Couture under center. And a handoff again at Snook. And he's going to go maybe up to the 30-yard line again. On number 53, Austin Heath, the first man there for the Clippers on the stop. So it'll be 3rd and 9 for Ridgewood from their own 30. So we're down to right at a minute to play here in the opening half. Ridgewood taking their time and play clock down to 10. They're going to take a timeout or take a delay penalty. They will take their 3rd and final timeout of the first half. We will step aside with 40.3 seconds to play here in the first half. It's Amboy 68, Spartans of Ridgewood 6. We'll be back here on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH in just a moment.
MTC Communications is building a high-speed fiber network in our community, and we're putting priority on the areas with the greatest interest. That means we need your input to let us know you want us to build fiber in your area first. Experience the speed and convenience of fiber internet by visiting our special website and registering. Let us know you want fiber internet today, and make your voice heard.
Back here to Monmouth College. A nice camera shot there of the huge crowd that's here tonight. Be down towards the south end of the April Zorn Stadium here on Monmouth College campus. So 3rd and 9 for Ridgewood from their own 30. 40.3 seconds to play in the opening half. Couture under center. Take the snap, going to roll out. He's going to have a first down and more. A nice move. He's still on his feet across the Amboy 40. They're going to be wrapped up at the Amboy 34-yard line, 28.1 seconds. That's another hometown bar and grill. First down for Ridgewood. Ridgewood out of timeouts, though, so they're going to set the chains, and the clock going to roll at 20 seconds and counting.
27-yard carry there.
Clock down to 13. Ridgewood going to line it up. Couture under center. Going to send out Moriarty to the far side. Going to throw that high pass. It's going to be broken up on the play with 2.6 seconds to play. Troy Anderson, number 7, on the coverage. Ran that same play that they ran for the touchdown. Just send Moriarty in motion, lob it up there. Good defense by Anderson.
Yeah, Anderson has just as much as right to the ball as the receiver does, and he just held his ground, went up for the ball. Moriarty made contact with him going for the ball. Good defense on that.
So time for one more play here in the opening half. 2nd and 10 from the Amboy 35 for Ridgewood. Again, great crowd from both sides, both schools. A huge crowd on the far side from the Ridgewood Spartans, and a big crowd here on the home side from the Amboy Clipper faithful. Getting a mark off here. Did
delay
a game on the Spartans. So now make it 2nd and 15 back at the Amboy 40.
More than likely the last play of the first half here.
Couture under center. Takes a snap, bobbled snap. He's going to come up with it, looks to throw. No, he'll take it and run. He's got the first down and a little more. Stiff arms one man. And will run out of bounds at about the Amboy 20 as that will end the opening half of play. It is all Amboy here at halftime. I8FA State Championship, Amboy 68, Ridgewood 6. We're going to step aside and we'll be back here in just a moment on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH.
I chose MDH. We moved here and I was researching different places that would allow me to VBAC, have a vaginal birth after C-section, and the doctors here do encourage that, and so I chose that after looking online, and I wouldn't want to deliver anywhere else because they all go above and beyond, and they're so kind and actually care about you.
Yard line as we will have the presentation for our all-state members for I8FA here in 2023, our first team and our honorable mention selections. First off, we have our team champion for the divisions. We have the plaques to hand to the teams for North Division 2, the Amboy Clippers. For Central Division 2, the Cambridge Ridgewood Spartans. For the South Division, Martinsville. And for the North 1 Division, South Beloit. For our individual All-Staters, we are going to start with the participants in tonight's game so they can get to the locker rooms here for halftime. Honorable mention from Amboy High School, running back Landon Welchel. First team from Amboy, tight end Brennan Blaine. Defensive lineman Landon Montavon. And defensive lineman Quinn Leffelman. From the Spartans, honorable mention, wide receiver Preston Moriarty. First team from the Spartans, defensive lineman Taylor Snook. And running back from the Spartans, Roy Sandberg. Now back to the honorable mentions. From Bushnell-Prairie City, running back Lane Huffman. From Bushnell-Prairie City, linebacker Nate Kramer. From Christian Life High School, wide receiver Dylan Vistine. From Flanagan Cornell, Unit 74, offensive lineman Drew Novotny. And also from FCW, running back Peyton Quaintance. From Kirkland, Hiawatha, running back Lucas Norvell. From Martinsville, running back Adam Parcell. And from Martinsville, offensive lineman Clint Kemper Jr. From Milford Cessna Park, running back Tyler Newcomb. From Milledgeville, running back Micah Toms Smith. From Pawnee High School, running back Carson Wart. From South Fork High School, tight end Vincent Edwards. From the High School of St. Thomas More, wide receiver Ben Horn. And from West Central High School, running back Isaiah Stepson. And now our first team, all-state selections. From Alden Hebron, quarterback Ben Vole. From FCW, offensive lineman Aiden Radke. From Martinsville, running back Victor Herrera. From Milford Cessna Park, quarterback Gavin Shunke. And tight end Caleb Klufer. From Milledgeville, quarterback Connor Nye. From Orangeville, running back Blake Folgate. From Polo, running back Brock Saltow. From South Beloit, quarterback Caden Myers. From South Fork, lineman Connor Henley. From St. Thomas More, running back Peace Bumba. And from St. Thomas More, linebacker Brody Cuppernell. And from West Prairie, Southeastern, defensive end Carter Hitz. Let's hear it for our 2023 I8FA All-Staters first team and honorable mention.
That was the honorable mention and first team All-State I8FA players. In halftime here at Monmouth College.
There will be plenty of time after the presentation of the individual awards for both teams and the team trophies for you to go down on the field and take photos. But when the game is over, please remain in the stands until after the individual and trophy presentations so we can get the official pictures on the field, and then we will let you all head down on the field as well and take your photos. But after the end of the game, please stay in the stands. Thank you.
So halftime here at April's Orange Stadium, 68-6 in favor of Amboy. We're going to step aside. We'll be back here in a couple moments on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH.
At Western Illinois University, leathernecks don't just blend in. Our purple stands out. Our students are innovative, creative, and resilient. At WIU, there's limitless potential, with campuses in Macomb, the Quad Cities, and online. Visit wiu.edu/potential to become a leatherneck and get an education that stands out.
I'm a pretty calm, cool, and collective guy, but... Sorry, what's your name? Yeah, Evan. Hi, Evan. Yeah, we have no internet. Nothing. I don't know. It just stopped working.
The internet is down.
I know, I'm on the phone with them. No, that was my wife.
I can't get online again.
Yeah, I'm talking to Evan.
She's
No, my daughter, my wife. Okay, can you guys not talk? Sorry. Yes, we have the white boxes. I see one. They got horns on them.
It's the one with the horns.
Yes, I see one. We have 11 of those.
I was on the phone and I got disconnected.
Okay, it's not about you. We switched our broadband service provider. Devin put in 11, Evan. How are we supposed to know which one's 7 and which
I thought it was Devin. Who's Devin? I got no service. Honey, you're blocking.
You can't stand there. You're blocking it. Don't block it. And the best part, I never have to speak to Evan or Devin ever again.
I think this one's 11.
11? We're not looking for 11. No, are we looking for 7, Evan, or 11? We have 2 next to each other. That's bad. 2 white boxes. Evan? Evan?
Welcome back here at halftime at April's Orange Stadium on the campus of Monmouth College. 68-6 in favor of the Amboy Clippers. And Jeff, what can you say? Amboy just hitting on all 8 cylinders there in that opening half. It was, like a complete blitz. Just the entire first half. Ridgewood getting on the scoreboard here late, but it's all Amboy here at the end of the first half.
Yeah, I mean, they came out. They came out to get from the get-go and just, first play of the contest goes for 58 yards. They dump it in for a short pass, get the fumble recovery on the kick on the ensuing kickoff. Straight down, put it in again. Ridgewood gets the ball back, gets their first offensive set, gets a first down. The very next play, fumble. One play again, back into the end zone for them. Just some quick stats, and of course these are as unofficial can be for stats because I'm trying to do 7 different things here, but I've got Welshel for 8 carries, 234 yards in the first half. Leffelman, 3 carries for 33 yards. Blaine with 1 carry for 12 yards. I know their quarterback had a run in there as well that I didn't get down, but Blaine 3 receptions, 3 touchdowns, 75 yards. Jones has 4 passes for 98 yards, and number 7 Troy Anderson has a reception for 23 yards. For Ridgewood, until that last drive where they went down and I shouldn't say the last drive, until the drive where they went down and scored, they had 34 yards of offense combined. Obviously, that one there, they almost doubled their offensive output in that one drive from what they had the whole first half.
Right.
Leading rusher for them right now is Couture for 69 yards on 8 carries. They're big hitters that they've had all year, Sandberg and Snook. Sandberg with 12 yards on 7 carries and Snook with 19 yards on 7 carries. Passing, he has 3 completions for 26 yards, I do believe. Sorry, 36 yards. Sandberg has 1 catch for 20. That was the screen play there for 20 yards. And after that, he has 2 completions, 2 Moriarty for 13 yards.
So it is all Amboy again at the end of the opening half. We will have a running clock the entire second half. 68-6 in favor of the Amboy Clippers. I want to thank everybody for tuning in here to the I8FA State Championship game here on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH. Of course, just had the honorable mention and first team all-state teams mentioned here at halftime. Not too much longer. At about 4.5 on the clock. Probably get the 3 minutes, I would think, added on. So
still about 7.5 minutes away here from the second half. I would assume that the state title game is no different, that a 40-point lead is going to lead to a running clock here in the second half. Quite different than what
we thought.
Not only what we thought, but even the last 2 years. I remember 2 years ago, Chris, when you and I did this game of Polo and Orangeville, and both of those teams averaging 40 points a contest, and we came in here and had a
12-7 game.
Yeah, one of the lowest scoring games that they'd had all year. Last year, the same Amboy team, well, not same Amboy team, but Amboy here last year against West Central, both of those very high-powered offenses. You had people like Drosky from West Central, one of the leading, I do believe right at this time he's the 8FL leading rusher with like over 7,000 yards. You expect a high-scoring contest last year. We didn't get it. It was a defensive battle. And, we really thought coming into this game, 2 teams that played close earlier in the year, size-wise they seemed to match up pretty well, but Amboy just came out on a mission.
Yeah, they did, and it's I said I thought maybe a high-scoring game, but I thought we'd have a close game. These teams played a 4-point game back early in the mid-season part of the schedule, and like I said, it was just like a whirlwind. Amboy, boom, boom, a couple of turnovers there by Ridgewood, and it just, the needle swung way towards the Amboy side there in that opening half.
And, speaking of last year, you got to wonder, too, as they came in here last year, and got beat by West Central. What is this for? This is the mission. This is hey, we have unfinished business. We got all the way there last year, and we lost. What we've got to get back there again, and we got to finish it out this year.
Well, and they are a half from doing just that. A 62-point lead for the Clippers at the break. As we see the Ridgewood Spartans coming back into the football area here at April Zorn Stadium. Yet to see the Clippers come out. Chris Rankhauser and Jeff Borders here on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH.
Let's see.
Let's see if we can step aside here. We'll take a few more commercials and come back here for the second half between the Spartans and the Clippers here on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH.
At Western Illinois University, Leathernecks don't just blend in. Our purple stands out. Our students are innovative, creative, and resilient. At WIU, there is limitless potential, with campuses in Macomb, the Quad Cities, and online. Visit wiu.edu/potential to become a Leatherneck and get an education that stands out.
MTC Communications is building a high-speed fiber network in our community, and we're putting priority on the areas with the greatest interest. That means we need your input to let us know you want us to build fiber in your area first. Experience the speed and convenience of fiber internet by visiting our special website and registering. Let us know you want fiber internet today, and make your voice heard.
We're back here at April Zorn Stadium on the campus of Monmouth College. Both teams out of the locker room, warming up down on the field below. Got things back up with our chat working a little better here.
Jeremy Castle Sr., no quit in the Spartans, saying 2 or 3 more scores here, and could have the same half as Amboy had. They're going to have less time to do it with the running clock here in the second half. But as we saw here, the last 2 possessions of the Spartans are definitely no quit. And as I said earlier, Chris, at this point you're playing for the pride and the pride only, because 62 points in 24 minutes is going to be hard, especially with the running clock.
Right, with the running clock. Yep.
It's a big hill to climb.
Let's see what other chats in there. Tim Sullivan, Spartan momentum in second half. Go, go, go. Raylan Foster, go Clippers, go, go.
You beat me to it. Remember, guys, keep it clean. We have no problem removing people from the chat. Cheer for your team, say positive things, but other than that, we're going to start removing people from the chat.
Catherine Decker watching on the big screen is absolutely fantastic. Thank you.
Saw some up there earlier, commenting on the quality of the cameras. That's just the dedication of the man that does all this, Dwayne Hulett. He started this during the COVID. People couldn't really get out, so he started this YouTube channel and started covering the. At that time, it was still 11-man football.
For Bushnell?
For Bushnell. Did some other local things there, like the Macomb area, covering Macomb football games. Branched out now, covering the I8FA and
all the playoff games. 3 of the 4 semifinals, both or quarterfinals, and both semifinal games last week. Branched into some things with Western. That first COVID year, I think between junior high and high school boys and girls basketball, I did 30-some basketball games in about a month.
Kim Cope in Amboy High School, class of 69, watching from Oakland, California. A little California love there, if you get the reference.
I do. Nicely played, Mr. Porters.
Everyone loves a comeback. Well, I tell you what, if they come back on this one, this will be a story for the ages. Because with a running clock, it's going to be real hard. But looks like we're set for action here in the second half, Chris.
Yep, we are. Ridgewood's going to start with the football. Luke goalie number 8 and 42, Sean Watt, back deep for the Ridgewood Spartans. Shan Hoagie, let's go Spartans. Keep those chins up and play with all you've got. I'm sure they will. Coach Elder, knowing Coach Elder, that they will play right to the clock says zeros. Going to be fielded on the run. It's going to be fielded by 42, Watt. He's got some room. Nice run back. Took it from about the 20 out to near the 40-yard line.
You know, Watt had that fumble on that kickoff after the opening touchdown by Amboy. Since then, he's had some really good returns, giving the Spartans some pretty good field position.
So it'll be 1st and 10 for Ridgewood from their own 40. Again, continual running clock here, 11:35. Just underway here in the second half. Good on-field shot there for you, right in the action. Couture under center. Counter, this is going to be Franks on the carry, his first carry of the night. And he's going to get back to the line of scrimmage and not much more than that. 2nd and 10 for the Spartans from their own 40-yard line. Gavin Franks on the carry then there for the Ridgewood Spartans for 34. We might be a little shaken up there in the huddle, kind of bending over and trying to stretch things out a little bit. Couture under center. Samberg the lone setback. Couture's going to keep it on a keeper up the middle. Nice gain. Going to get it across the 45 to the 46. Going to set up a third down at about 3 from their own. We'll call it a gain of, we'll call it 3rd and 4, we should say. Ball right at the Ridgewood 45-yard line. Clock down to 10:15 to play here in the third quarter. All Amboy in this one, 68-6. Couture under center. And a handoff to Sandberg. I believe that was Sandberg. 25.
Yep.
4th, maybe a gain of about a half a yard. So 4th and 3 for the Ridgewood Spartans here on their own 46. Clock down to 9:35 to play here in the third quarter. Ridgewood going to go for it here on 4th and 3. Couture under center. Pitch out to Sandberg. He's going to make one man miss. And going to lose a couple of yards on the play.
Just too much pursuit there by the Clipper defense.
So Amboy is going to take over 1st and 10 at the Ridgewood 44, it looks like. 9 minutes to play here in the third quarter. Jones under center. Hand off. That would be number 5, Landon Welchel again. He's going to have enough for a Amboy Dental first down. Move it down inside the 35 to the 32-yard line. 1st and 10 for the Clippers. 8:20 to play here, third quarter. 68-6 in favor of the Clippers. Jones got a handoff to the first back. That's number 21, I believe, on the carry. Quinn Leffelman. He's going to get a gain of a gain of 3 down to the 30. Second down and 7 for Amboy. 7:55 to play third quarter. Ball at the Ridgewood 33-yard line. 29-yard line, I should say. Jones under center. Fakes the handout. That's going to be Welshel again. He's going to be close to another first down. I believe he will have it.
Yeah, far side judge is going to mark it short
Just
by
short,
about a
it looks
yard.
like. So third and a short one. Ball at the Ridgewood 23. Jones under center. Hand off, lead back. That's number 21, Quinn Leffelman. That's going to be another Amboy Dental first down. He's still on his feet. Inside the 15, down to about the 12-yard line. Thought he was initially stopped after just past the sticks, but kept the legs driving and got some more yardage. It's going to be first and 10 just outside the Ridgewood 10-yard line at the 11-yard line. Play clock down to 2. Jones going to take it with 1. Going to hand off up the middle, and that's going to be a loss on the play. Number 2, Jones on the carry there. That looked like a rush play with his play clock down and not much there. Going to lose a couple of yards. Actually lose about 5, it looks like, back to about the 16. Jeremy Castle Sr., thank you for the broadcasting. Great job announcing. Great camera work. Thank you, Jeremy. We greatly appreciate it. Clock down to 5:40 to play. Second down and 16. The ball at the Ridgewood 17-yard line. And we've got whistles. Delay a game on the Clippers. So that'll move it back 5 more, make it 2nd and 21 from the Ridgewood 22. Down to 5 minutes on the clock here in the third quarter. Again, running clock with the score 68-6 in favor of Amboy. Hand off to Welshel, number 5. Oh, number 6 on the carry. My apologies. Ed Fry on the carry for the Clippers. Let's see some new numbers come in. See number 4, Josh McKendry. He'll go in at running back. Number 25, Braden Klein at one of the running back spots now. It's going to be a handoff to number 4, McKendry. And he's going to take it into the house. Touchdown, Amboy, 19 yards. Josh McKendry, a 5'7", 140-pound junior, punches it into the end zone, makes it 74-6 in favor of Amboy. Clock will stop on the score at 4:24 to play here in the third quarter. Jones going to take it under center I formation. Hand off to number 35. He's going to be tripped up before he can get into the end zone. Chiogazza, 5'7", 160-pound senior. And the two-point conversion no good, but Amboy adds one more onto the scoreboard, 74-6. 4:24 to play here in the third quarter. We'll be back here on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH, in just a moment.
Since 1958, McDonough District Hospital has proudly served the residents of West Central Illinois. We've built new facilities, hired highly trained, experienced, and caring medical staff members, and expanded our service offerings to meet your healthcare needs, all while providing the best possible patient experience. Let us show you why McDonough District Hospital is your community healthcare partner, growing our legacy one patient at a time.
I chose physical therapy because I knew I wanted to be in the healthcare field. I wanted to be able to help patients in some way related to more in depth. We get to know our patients, and that's really what kind of sets us apart.
Back here at Monmouth College, Amboy getting ready to kick it away again. Goalie and Watt back deep for the Spartans. Line drive end over and kick fielded on the run by Watt at the 20 across the 35 yard line. Going to be brought down there. Number 9 down on the stop. Brody Christopherson. He's going to be helped to the field. Looks a little walking gingerly to the near sideline. Clock down to 4 to play here in the third quarter. Again, running clock. Ridgewood 1st and 10 from their own 35-yard line. Couture under center. Hands off to Sandberg, and he's got some room around the far side. He's going to have another hometown bar and grill first down for Ridgewood.
Nice little sideline view camera right there, coming right at you.
That will be enough for a first down into Amboy territory from the 35 to the Amboy 48. Tore under center again. Sandberg, the lone setback. Fake the counter, and it's going to be Sandberg up the middle. And he's got another hometown bar and grill first down. He's going to take it inside the 40 down to the 35, a gain of 13.
Clock down to about 2 minutes and 30 seconds here in the third quarter.
Counter on the handoff, and I think he's going to have a back to the line of scrimmage. If that was a big hat. That was number 23, Preston Moriarty.
Gain of 1.
Give him a gain of 1, so 2nd and 9. Clock down to 2:05 to play third quarter. Got a whistle, a stoppage.
Timeout by Amboy?
I believe so. So we'll step aside with 1:48 to play. 74-6 in favor of Amboy. We'll be back on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH.
At Western Illinois University, leathernecks don't just blend in. Our purple stands out. Our students are innovative, creative, and resilient. At WIU, there is limitless potential, with campuses in Macomb, the Quad Cities, and online. Visit wiu.edu/potential to become a leatherneck and get an education that stands out.
I see acute injuries on the field. I see ankle sprains. I see ACL knee injuries, as well as in the clinic. It's very rewarding to see them from on-the-field injury to rehab to transition back to their event.
Back here at April Zorn Stadium, and timeout just to get some new numbers in for Amboy. And tried to get a play in while we were at commercial break, but going to get a false start on Ridgewood. So 2nd and 15, clock down to 1:20 to play. Going to be a handoff up the middle. Gain of about 4 on the play. Sandberg on the carry. Clock down to 46 seconds here in the third quarter. Couture going to hand off counter to the near side. That's Moriarty. He's going to have a first down and more. He may go all the way. Got down inside the 5. Preston Moriarty on the big run there for the Spartans. And that's going to be enough for another hometown bar and grill first down for the Spartans inside the 5 at the Amboy 3.
37-yard run.
Clock down to 15 seconds. Well, I'm not sure Amboy or Ridgewood's going to get a playoff here. They're going to go to the sidelines as we're down to 9 seconds to play. Third quarter. 1 quarter of action left in this I8FA state championship. After 3, it's Amboy 74, Ridgewood 6. We'll be back on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH.
MDH Sport Medicine Rehab is just not for the athlete. We see a variety of ages, getting them from having pain to no pain to get back to their normal activities and their prior level of function.
Back here for the fourth and final quarter from April Zorn Stadium on the campus of Monmouth College. It's all Amboy, 74-6 in favor of the Clippers over Ridgewood, but Ridgewood will have it first and goal from the Amboy 3. Preston Moriarty with the big run there to set up this first and goal for the Spartans. Couture under center. Delay handoff to Sandberg. He's into the end zone. Touchdown, Ridgewood. Score coming at 11:55 to play here in the fourth quarter. That's going to make it a 74-12 lead for the Clippers. Deb and Bob Troxel, thank you for having this on YouTube. You're very welcome. Two-point conversion, going to be a handoff. That's going to be Gavin Franks, 34, and he's going to get in on the near side for the two-point conversion. 11:55 to play, 74-14. Favor of Amboy. Will step aside for a moment. We'll be back here on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH.
At Western Illinois University, Leathernecks don't just blend in. Our purple stands out. Our students are innovative, creative, and resilient. At WIU, there is limitless potential, with campuses in Macomb, the Quad Cities, and online. Visit wiu.edu/potential to become a Leatherneck and get an education that stands out.
Welcome back here on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH. Want to get some of these live reads done. The Amboy Athletic Boosters would like to wish the Clippers the best of luck and congratulations on a wonderful season. Go Clippers. Good luck, Amboy Clippers, in your state championship bid from the First National Bank of Amboy, where you come first. Also, good luck, Clippers. Vashon Brothers Chevrolet Inc. Find them at www.vashonvaessenbrothers.com, and also brought to you by Hometown Bar and Grill. They say, we are very proud of our Ridgewood Spartans. Congrats on a great season. Definitely a season to remember. Spartans getting ready to kick it off here after the score. That'll be number 1, Connor McKegg. Ball on the tee. Going to be a spinning kick. Going to be mishandled at about the 20. Picked up at the 15. 30. 35. Cut back.
Ball's loose.
Ball's loose. Still a scrum for the football.
And it is going to be Ridgewood's
Spartans
ball.
football. See who fell on it.
Number 11? No.
Number 1, the kicker, Connor McKegg, on the football for the Spartans.
I knew I saw a 1.
You did see a 1. So 11:20 and counting here. The clock, again, continual clock here in the second half. Ridgewood will have it 1st and 10 from the Amboy 35-yard line.
Well, it wasn't an onside kick, but it had the
Might
same
as well
result.
have been. Right. So Ridgewood's going to take over 1st and 10 from the Amboy 35. Again, nice on-field action shot there from Jason Hulett on our on-field camera. Okay, going to keep it up the middle. A nice 3 or 4 yard run wrapped up by Evan Flanagan, number 77, freshman, 6'2", 205-pound defensive lineman for the Clippers. Clock down under 10.5 to play. Sandberg, the lone setback, tore under center. Fake the handoff to Moriarty. Ball loose. Ridgewood going to get back on it. The ball carrier was number 25, Sandberg. And it's going to be Preston Moriarty falling on the football for the Spartans, but it's going to be a loss back to the original line of scrimmage, back to the 35, and set up a 3rd and 10 for the Spartans.
Yeah, you're going to lose the 4 yards that Couture just ran for, and can bring up a 3rd and 10, as you said, Chris.
9:45 to play. Play clock down to 15 for the Spartans. Couture under center. Fake the handoff to Sandberg. This is going to be Gavin Franks, number 34 on the carry. He's going to get it across the 35, the line of scrimmage. Gain of a couple on the play. 4th and 8 from the Amboy 33. So a 4th and 8 for the Spartans. 9:05 to play. Ball at the Amboy 33. Going to be Moriarty on the carry around the far side. He will be brought down short of the first down marker. A flag coming in there on the far side.
I think we had a late face mask coming in there, and that's what the official's going to signal there on the sideline. Little face mask here at the end of the play. That'll be enough for another hometown bar and grill first down.
So the mark off from the spot. That'll be half the distance to the goal. And move it down to the 14, it looks like. First and 10. Tor gonna fake the handoff. He's got a man wide open. That's Preston Moriarty. Far corner of the end zone, touchdown. Spartans with 7:55 to play. That makes it a 74-20 lead for the Clippers. Great play fake there by Couture. Had us fooled up here even on the play, and Moriarty wide open in the far corner of the end zone for the score. Two-point conversion for the Spartans. Moriarty going to go out here on the far side, and the catch is made by number 2, Wes Sandberg, for the 2-point conversion. That makes it a 74-22 lead. On the chat, Rain Wilson. Oh, Mr. Wilson, know him tuning in. Thanks for tuning in here to TSSR Game Time Live. 7:55 to play. 74-22 in favor. Amboy will step aside for a minute, and we'll be back in just a moment.
It was the community that really drew me back to Macomb. I'm from a small community, and I'm from a farm family, and ultimately I always wanted to practice in a place like that, and I felt that I had the ability to connect to people who with a similar background from me, and the fact that the staff members at the hospital and the support, all the support staff at the hospital was also focused with the goal of patient care. It felt like it just all came hammered at home for me.
I would have to say that is the most rewarding part of what I do, making a difference in people's lives, taking care of the women from puberty on through postmenopausal stages and seeing them go through the phases and stages of life.
Back here on the campus of Monmouth College, the I8FA State Championship Contest. Connor McKeag to kick it off again for the Ridgewood Spartans. High end over end kick fielded at the 22. Number 47 on the return. Jose Lopez, a 5'6" freshman. There's a penalty flag back at the Amboy 33-yard line. I believe that will probably come back. Ten-yard mark off on the legal block in the back. So that'll move it back to the Amboy 23-yard line, 1st and 10. Our officials tonight, Brian Rewerts, the referee, umpire Tad Johnson, John Carroll, and Dave Moore, our line judge, and Randy Emanuel, our back judge. 7:30 to play here in this contest. New number in at quarterback, that's number 6. And into Ridgewood territory for the first down. That would be a Amboy Dental first down. Ed Fry. Clock down to 7 to play. 74-22 in favor of Amboy. Number 9 at quarterback. I said number 6. Number 9, Brody Christophen, a 6 foot, 170-pound junior.
I believe that was 47 on the carry on that one, Chris.
Jose Lopez. 1st and 10. And we've got whistles and false start, it looks like, on the Clippers. So 1st and 15, clock down to 5:45 to play. Handoff. That's going to be Lopez again, number 47, going to be tripped up at the line of scrimmage. No gain. 2nd and 15. Clock down to 5.5 to play here. 4th quarter. So 2nd and 15. See some new numbers in for Ridgewood as well. Try and get you some of those new numbers in for the Spartans. Christopherson, handoff. That's going to be Lopez again, and he's got some room, and he'll be knocked out of bounds, and he's going to have a Amboy Dental first down into Ridgewood territory at the 5-yard line of Ridgewood. 4:40 to play.
About a 15-yard carry there.
Christopherson under center, going to hand off again. That is Lopez again. He's going to be close to another first down for the Clippers. Make gain of 8, second down and 2. Ball at the Ridgewood 28-yard line, 3:50 to play. 74-22 in favor of Amboy. Play clock down to 10. Game clock under 3:30 to play. And we're going to get a whistle. I believe it's going to be an offsides there on the end, closest end, number 4, Owen Anderson for the Spartans. That'll be a 5-yard mark off. And that will be another Amboy Dental first down for the Clippers as we're under 3 to play now. 2:55 to count and counting. Down to 2:38 to play. Game in the fourth quarter. Play clock counting down. 25 seconds. I believe Amboy are going to be in no hurry to really snap the ball until that play clock gets further down. The game clock down to 2:20 to play. Play clock at 10. It's like they're in victory formation. The Clippers just going to take a knee, and they will. 2:08 to play. Under 2 minutes to play now. 1:50 and counting.
Yeah, they won't have to snap the ball again until it's around 1:29 left, so probably another kneel down, and that will be the end of it.
Play clock down to 8. Game clock at 1:35. Takes a knee at 1:30.
So there'll be about 40 seconds left here before they have to snap the ball again.
So it'll be 3rd and 12.
I said, I think about 50 seconds left.
Game clock at 1:05. Play clock at 12. We're under a minute to play. 58 seconds to play. Play clock at 3, 2. Take another knee. Now there'll be about 10 to 11 second difference in the game clock and the play clock. 4th down for the Clippers.
They can just snap the ball, step back a few yards, let the clock run off, and
play clock at 20 or at 18. They took the snap, took the knee, and that's going to do it with clock down to 10 seconds. It's going to be a state championship for the Amboy Clippers. Congratulations to the Clippers. They are the 2023 I8FA state champions. Final score 74-22 over Ridgewood. And the clock hits 000, and that will do it. It's official. Amboy, your 2023 state champions. Another undefeated champion. I think every state champion in I8FA has been undefeated. And another one again this year. Two teams are shaking hands down below. Why don't we do this? We'll stay here for a minute and then take a quick break and get back for the awards ceremony.
Sure.
So Amboy, your 2023 I8FA state champions. And the final score 74-22 over the Ridgewood Spartans.
Just looking at the playoff bracket from this year, Amboy opened first round against Hiawatha, beat them 54-6. Second round, they played Flanagan Woodland, beat them 62-7. Played Polo, who is a two-time state champion here in the I8FA. Beat them 40-6, and then the final score tonight in the state title game, 74-22 over the Ridgewood Spartans.
Thanks for tuning in to this state championship game here on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH.
Take the scoreboards off for the presentation.
74-22 the final score. As you see, the Amboy Clippers celebrating the state championship. Congratulations to both squads on a fine season, but Amboy, through the course of the year, Jeff, just outside of that Ridgewood game, pretty much domination over everybody that they played in the regular season and now in the playoffs.
Yeah, and if I go back, I think there was something said in the chat here a few weeks ago when Polo and Amboy played, and someone kind of made the offhanded comment that you just watched the title game. The other two teams are playing for second place, and of course that caused some stir in the chat. But you know, if you watched Amboy play this year, you just this team was on a different level than almost everyone they played. Like you said, they played these guys to a 4-point game earlier this year, but you know, they came out tonight on a mission to finish some unfinished business, I guess, from last year, and they weren't going to be denied.
No, they were not. We'll turn it over to the PA announcer here in just a moment for the presentation of the medals and trophy. Congratulations again to both squads. Ridgewood Spartans, the number 9 seed, making it all the way through the bracket to the state championship game. Getting everybody set down there for Amboy. Again, thanks for tuning in to TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH. Chris Frankhauser and Jeff Borders bringing you all the action here from Abruzorn Stadium on the campus of Monmouth College. As now we're getting things situated out here, Jeff. They had the lower numbers at the north end of the sideline on this nearest side, and now they've switched them up and moved the lower numbers down to the south. Trying to get everybody lined up and set. And we're going to turn it over to our public address announcer for the trophy and medals presentations.
Nordstrom, Allwood, Superintendent. Bob Reagan, Cambridge, Principal. Dawn Lewis, Allwood, Principal. Seth Spivey, Cambridge Athletic Director. Keegan Brown, Allwood Athletic Director. And the coaching staff for the Spartans. Terry Anderson, Assistant Coach. Mitch Elder, Assistant Coach. Mike Lewis, Assistant Coach. Shane Lindbergh, Assistant Coach. Tom Moriarty, Assistant Coach. Rob Helms, Assistant Coach. Nick Couture, Assistant Coach. Travis Galley, Assistant Coach. And Head Coach of the Ridgewood Spartans, Patrick Elder. Now let's meet the players for the Spartans. Carter Hayes, Connor McKee, Wes Sandberg, Ryle Couture, Waylon Tucker, Luke Goley, Taylor, Preston Moriarty, Gavin Verhecke, Roy Sandberg, Gavin Frank, Cameron Stiles, Sean Watt, Lane Lawson, Rowdy Bean, Hunter Wetzel, Malcolm Seckmore, Marshall Seckmore, Jack Jewett, Jason Johnson, Connor Hell, Peyton Taylor, Josh Ulrey, Tyler Bethel, Alexander Nimrick, Landon Lawson, and Lucas Harrell.
At this time, the captains for the Spartans can step forward and claim the second place I8FA trophy. Congrats to the Ridgewood Spartans on a fantastic 2023 season. The first person to comment on my basketball post on Facebook is always Coach Chris's mom. Go get him next time, boys.
Great first pass, get the next one.
All right, now we got to figure out where this guy went, so we know when we're ready on this side. You guys know, is it Lamoille? Amboy, Lamoille, Ohio. It's like Lamoille.
I'm not sure.
They got way too many, like. All right, where did my guy go? Oh, they're back over there, aren't they? Getting the trophies. Look at how many like statisticians and assistants and managers they have.
That's why I asked if I could be. Do we need to stay?
If somebody could stay and just let me know like when to read the next name, that would be great. But I don't think you both need to stay. Rock, paper, scissors. 2 out of 3. Go.
You're the one that has a career here. Not me. You're the one that lives here.
It's true. He does have a longer drive.
I'm not going to the party. I'm not drink every single day, buddy.
Are we? Somebody get me when they give me a thumbs up here.
I don't. I only drink on weekends.
Now let's meet the I8FA state champions from the Clippers. More confetti. Great. The Amboy Superintendent, Josh Nichols. Amboy Principal, Janet Crownhart. Amboy Assistant Principal, Katie Bolfer. Lamoille Superintendent, Lisa Gifford. And Lamoille Principal, Emily Leffelman. Ohio Principal and AD, Jason Wilt. On stats, Chris Payne and Denny Hicks. On video, Mike Colton. Managers, Gunnar Christofferson, Jeremy Fry, Zane Sundberg, and Thomas Payne. Assistant coaches, Tyson Powers, Sam Jones, Abel Sustacia, maybe, Kenny Shrimpwin, and Jeremy Wittenauer. And the head coach, Scott Payne. Now the Clippers players, Joel Billhorn, Eddie Jones, Caden Heath, Cody Wynn, Josh McKendry, Landon Welchel, Ed Fry, Troy Anderson, Brody Christofferson, Tyler Huggins, Cabe Daniels, Rylan McNinch, Tate Sundberg, Quinn Leffelman, Braden Klein, Gio Gatza, Caleb Llanos, Michael Shoemaker, Jose Lopez, Dylan Merriman, Austin Heath, Ian Sundberg, Landon Montalban, Trey Payne, Trevor Stenzel, Vincent Zembruski, Caleb Sugars, Zach Dunn, Evan Flanagan, and Brennan Blaine. Now, if we can please get the captains from the Clippers to come up and claim the 2023 I8FA State Championship Trophy. Congrats to the Clippers on an amazing season.
Congratulations to the Amboy Clippers. Hoping to have a few words with Coach Payne here in just a little bit with Dwayne, and team picture and all the medals and that coveted 8-man championship trophy heading back to Amboy.
Well, heading to Amboy for the first time.
Yep. Yes, you're right. Heading to Amboy. Back up the road a couple hours to Amboy. Oh, that cord. Getting things situated here for talk to Coach Payne hopefully here in just a few moments. Again, final score 74-22 in favor of Amboy. Yeah, and I think what we'll do is we'll take maybe a couple commercial breaks here, get a couple of commercials in while getting everything situated with Dwayne and play a chat with Coach Payne here. Coming up, we'll be back here on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH.
At Western Illinois University, leathernecks don't just blend in. Our purple stands out. Our students are innovative, creative, and resilient. At WIU, there's limitless potential, with campuses in Macomb, the Quad Cities, and online. Visit wiu.edu/potential to become a leatherneck and get an education that stands out.
In a small community like ours, shopping locally can make a big difference. Did you know you can shop locally for your home internet? While you're powering your devices with super fast fiber internet, you also get to be a part of something bigger than yourself. Every dollar you spend on our services goes to making our town a better place to live, work, and play. You're helping us support local education, build a stronger sense of community, and keep money right here in our local economy. Thank you for choosing your local internet provider. We're proud to keep you connected.
The industry-first 2-in-1 removable agitator from Whirlpool gives you 2 ways to wash. Jeans, in. Sweaters, out. Towels, in. Comforters, out. You decide. Whirlpool.
I would have to say that is the most rewarding part of what I do, making a difference in people's lives. Taking care of the women from puberty on through postmenopausal stages and seeing them go through the phases and stages of life.
There's been a lot of rewarding parts working at McDonough District Hospital. I've had patients come to me that maybe have not had care in the community, care available, so with the addition of nurse practitioners lately, we've been able to add more care, and that's very rewarding to me. My hope is that when the patients leave at the end of an appointment, they leave and they definitely feel like they've been listened to, and they feel like their needs have been met, their cares have been met, and that they're going to get the proper treatment that they deserve from me as a provider.
Since 1958, McDonough District Hospital has proudly served the residents of West Central Illinois. We've built new facilities, hired highly trained, experienced, and caring medical staff members, and expanded our service offerings to meet your healthcare needs, all while providing the best possible patient experience. Let us show you why McDonough District Hospital is your community healthcare partner, growing our legacy one patient at a time.
I'm a pretty calm, cool, and collective guy, but... Sorry, what's your name? Yeah, Evan. Hi, Evan. Yeah, we have no internet. Nothing. I don't know. It just stopped working.
The internet is down.
I know, I'm on the phone with them. No, that was my wife.
I can't get online again.
Yeah, I'm talking to Evan. No, my daughter, my wife. Okay, can you guys not talk? Sorry. Yes, we have the white boxes. I see one. They got horns on them.
It's the one with the horns.
Yes, I see one. We have 11 of those.
I was on the phone and I got disconnected.
Okay, it's not about you. We switched our broadband service provider. Like Devin put in 11, Evan. How are we supposed to know which one's 7 and which one?
I thought it was Devin. Who's Devin? I got no service. Honey, you're blocking.
You can't stand there. You're blocking it. Don't block it. And the best part, I never have to speak to Evan or Devin ever again.
I think this one's 11.
11? We're not looking for 11. No, are we looking for 7, Evan, or 11? We have 2 next to each other. That's bad. 2 white boxes. Evan?
All right, we're here with Taylor and Preston. Guys, Amboy came out quick, got you right off the bat, but you guys fought the whole way, ended up scoring 22 points. When you get down like that, how hard was it, Taylor, to stick to it and stick to the game plan and get some points on the board?
And I think that in the first half, we just weren't doing our jobs, weren't doing what we were taught to do. People just weren't having fun. So like when we came back out that second half, our goal was let's just make the most of the situation. And we ended up scoring those points and just having a much better experience, not only for myself, but everyone else.
Preston, a game like this doesn't say what kind of season you guys had, does it?
Yeah, right now it was pretty tough, but later in this, earlier season, I think we had pretty fun. It's just tough.
So what's this atmosphere like? You guys had an awesome atmosphere last week in Martinsville, another huge crowd for both sides tonight. What's the atmosphere like for small towns coming together and you having so many people supporting you?
It's honestly incredible. I think this place correlates a lot to our like hometown, our bowl. We got the stands going right down the sides, and just the atmosphere, everyone cheering. They're like right there with you. So it's just very electric and just motivates you to keep giving it your all.
Preston, a tough way to end the year, obviously, but knowing that you had so many people here supporting you and supporting you all year had to make even a loss tonight be a special year, though, right?
Yeah, the community was amazing here. We showed up, and, yeah, it was just really good.
Well, you had a lot of people cheering from North Carolina and all over the place. How cool is it to see when all these people come together like that, guys, and from all over the country? You know, you have alumni and you have family and all that stuff. How much fun is that to hear from those people?
I mean, it's amazing. Like, some people don't really know about 8-man, but it's just the exact same as 11-man. Just a little faster pace, but so incredibly fun, and it's ranging all the way across the nation now, which is really great to see for those smaller schools like us. And now we're able to compete, and the only way to go here is forward.
So you get a 8-man championship game appearance. You guys are in your second year of 8-man, I think, if I remember correctly. So what was this experience like in your second year?
It was a lot different from last year. I mean, we had quite a bit of reoccurring people, so that really helped out with us. But it was pretty good.
All right. Taylor, Preston, good job. Great year, guys. Congratulations on a runner-up finish, and we'll see you hopefully in the future in whatever capacity. Maybe you'll be coaching with Coach one of these days.
That'd be the dream.
guys, we'll get Coach in here real quick. We'll just stay here. Come on in here, Coach. So he gives him a hug here as we come over here. And Coach, you just really ran into a bandsaw. They came out firing on all cylinders and ran away in a hurry, didn't they?
Yeah. You know, we just didn't. Obviously, we lost our composure early, and that led to some significant mistakes that took us out of the game. And then, you know, obviously, you know, fed their beast a little bit. You know, they've obviously got a great football team, and they played that way tonight. Just disappointing. You know, like I said, to make the mistakes we made early, that just, you know, we could never. We knew it was going to be emotional early, and so our hope was to try and weather it, settle in, and then just be able to play our game, and obviously that was not the case.
They obviously have a good team. They have a lot of great players, but how much do you think being there last year for them maybe helped them get ready for this deal?
Well, I tell you what, not just that they got there. You know, obviously, I mean, they had 15 starters back. So, I mean, you know, nothing was new. Nothing needed to be explained to their kids this week. So, yeah, you know, that's obviously a significant advantage on their part. You know, and then, I don't know. I don't know if it was part of it. I know my concern all week. You know, last week was an emotional week for us. It was just emotional on a lot of fronts. And then Saturday was a long, long day, and that's part of it. You're the 9th seed. You got to go do it. That's part of it, you know. But I was concerned with how we would respond with that emotionally. And then when we obviously, I don't think did, coupled with the fact that you know, they were able to come out and get a big play early, then they get the turnover and another turnover, and boom, boom, boom. You know, Katie barred the door for them at that point.
You have a lot of successes and a lot of years coaching 11-man football. Second year here at Ridgewood with 8-man. What's it say about a school that switches and has this kind of success that quickly? I mean, you didn't get the win tonight, but you've proved that you're building a program that's going to be a force to be reckoned with.
Yeah, I mean, I think it goes back to what I told you a year ago, kind of in the fact that it's football, and that's the part that our kids very quickly realized and enjoyed. I think, you know, in the beginning, none of us really knew, but I mean, I would say day 2 of camp a year ago when we got going, you could just see they're like, oh, okay, it's football. It's a little different, but it's football. And so that part of it, how you build it, the things you go about doing, you know, off season, working with kids, everything else, it's not any different. It's just a few differences because there's a few less guys. But ball's ball, and that's how we've approached it. And our kids have been receptive to the fact that we have.
You guys are doing you do a lot of stuff behind the scenes with I8FA too. And you worked a lot this year on the promotional side of it, I guess we could say a little bit. Why is it important for you to be involved on that side as well as on the sideline?
I went to a high school of 126 kids. You know, my dad happened to be the head coach there, and he's a great football coach. I know what football means to small towns, to small communities. And tonight was a great testament for both sides with the crowd that was here and what it's about. And you can't replicate it. I played everything in high school. Played them all, and I loved them all. Whatever sport was in season, that was the one I liked. You can't replicate high school football. You can't replicate the opportunity it gives people to be involved on all different levels, whether it be your cheerleaders, whether it be your band, whether it be youngsters just coming out to play, everything else. But I've done the math before. Usually it's somewhere around 25% of your school on a Friday night. You can't replicate that with anything else. High schools need it. They need that involvement, and it's good for kids, and that's why I believe in it and am trying to do what I can to help promote it.
Worst part of any last game, even if you win or lose at this point, you knew it was going to be the last one, losing seniors. As a head coach, that's got to be the hardest part of the whole deal, isn't it?
For sure. And in this group, you got a lot of these kids, Couture, Moriarty, and Snook – Taylor got hurt as a sophomore, but they're 3-year starters, but they're your leaders, and they've all, those three in particular, and all our seniors. Malcolm Seymour, who started right guard for us. Had you told me a year ago at this time Malcolm Seymour was going to be a first-team all-conference 8-man football player, I'd have told you were nuts, and so would he. Yeah, so the growth, that's the joy of coaching high school football, but the growth in them as men and off the field. You've seen them, work to improve physically, but they've worked so hard to improve mentally on just on all things that they do, and that's something we try to spend time on. Didn't work tonight, but it's something we try to spend time on. So that part of it with them, and that gives them some tools moving forward in whatever endeavor they want to do. But like I said, Malcolm Seymour, Connor Helms, Jack Jewett, Taylor Snook, Preston Moriarty, Riley Couture, and Gavin Berhecke. I think I got all 7 of them there. They just, all of them have grown up, and all of them played some role for the football team. All of them had something that mattered. Gavin Berhecke he punted. We haven't punted very much this year, and he had some punts last week at Martinsville that were crucial to us winning the football game. Jack was a spot starter for us, came through, did some great jobs. The others were all starters, and were the backbone of what we did.
I know that the kids, you can feel what this means too. I mean, some people look at I8FA and it's 8-man football. It's not as big a deal. But to these kids, you could tell Preston was having a hard time talking about a few things. Taylor was really upbeat, but you could tell it was, getting to them. This means just as much to them as being in Champaign or in Normal next week.
Without question. Ball's ball. We're as happy after a win as we are, sad after a loss as you would be in any other game that you'd play. It means just as much to us as the teams that play in the semifinals in 11-man tomorrow. I'm unbelievably proud of our kids. Our school administrations have been wildly supportive of this also. We went 4 hours last week, and it was what do you need to make the trip? They've been great. And then, again, we had a great crowd tonight. We had a great crowd 4 hours over in Martinsville last week. It's been fantastic. It's kept football in our school, and that's good for our school.
Well, you hear people say that football brings more people than any other sport when you get to the postseason, and these little communities that come together to make these teams prove that every year as you get to the semifinals and finals, don't they?
Without question. We had escorts out of Cambridge today and out of Woodhall today, picking kids up. We got the parents fed them every Thursday night for the last month. We had people, Coach Stahl, who took them to state in 05, came and spoke to him this week. We've had visitors at practice. We've had people reaching out, just letting us know how proud they were of us, wishing us good luck. It's really been an incredible experience. And like I said, that's what – it's disappointing because we played poorly. You can't say that. But I told the guys out there, I said, usually I can come up with something profound, or at least I think it's profound. I said, all I got for you is as you get further away from it, you're going to appreciate this a lot more than you do right now.
Well, we appreciate you coming up here and talking to us this year and last year. And I'm sure this won't be the last time we see you in Monmouth as long as the I8FA is here.
No, thank you. Appreciate it. We'll try to get back to work.
All right, we'll take a break here on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH coverage of the I8FA Championship game, and we'll be back in just a few minutes.
At Western Illinois University, leathernecks don't just blend in. Our purple stands out. Our students are innovative, creative, and resilient. At WIU, there's limitless potential, with campuses in Macomb, the Quad Cities, and online. Visit wiu.edu/potential to become a Leatherneck and get an education that stands out.
Well, we are back. We're going to take another quick break. We will come back and talk to a couple players from Amboy and hopefully get Coach Payne on here in just a minute. You're watching TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH.
At Western Illinois University, Leathernecks don't just blend in. Our purple stands out. Our students are innovative, creative, and resilient. At WIU, there's limitless potential, with campuses in Macomb, the Quad Cities, and online. Visit wiu.edu/potential to become a Leatherneck and get an education that stands out.
MTC Communications is building a high-speed fiber network in our community, and we're putting priority on the areas with the greatest interest. That means we need your input to let us know you want us to build fiber in your area first. Experience the speed and convenience of fiber internet by visiting our special website and registering. Let us know you want fiber internet today, and make your voice heard.
Minimally invasive surgery offers a variety of benefits to the patient. We are now able to offer patients a variety of operations with small incisions rather than big open incisions. The surgeries that we can do now, minimally invasive, include bariatrics, hernia repair, colorectal surgeries, faster recovery, smaller incisions, faster time back to work.
The industry-first 2-in-1 removable agitator from Whirlpool gives you 2 ways to wash. Jeans in, sweaters out, towels in, comforters out. You decide. Whirlpool.
I chose physical therapy because I knew I wanted to be in the healthcare field. I wanted to be able to help patients in some way related to more in depth. We get to know our patients, and that's really what kind of sets us apart.
At Western Illinois University, Leathernecks don't just blend in. Our purple stands out. Our students are innovative, creative, and resilient. At WIU, there's limitless potential, with campuses in Macomb, the Quad Cities, and online. Visit wiu.edu/potential to become a Leatherneck and get an education that stands out.
Since 1958, McDonough District Hospital has proudly served the residents of West Central Illinois. We've built new facilities, hired highly trained, experienced, and caring medical staff members, and expanded our service offerings to meet your healthcare needs, all while providing the best possible patient experience. Let us show you why McDonough District Hospital is your community healthcare partner, growing our legacy one patient at a time.
I would have to say that is the most rewarding part of what I do, making a difference in people's lives, taking care of the women from puberty on through postmenopausal stages and seeing them go through the phases and stages of life.
And welcome back to the postgame show here from Monmouth College at April Zorn Memorial Stadium, and a couple champions standing beside me. That sounds pretty good, doesn't it? Yes, sir. Landon Madovan and Brennan Blaine standing here. And guys, you were like steamrollers coming out of this deal. You jumped on them fast and hard and didn't give them a chance to get back.
Yeah, it was really – I was just amazed. When we got that first kickoff back,
and it was just we ran away with it right away.
Brennan, you've been such an integral part of this team and using your legs in the receiving game and the running game and a little bit of everything. Did you ever expect that you'd jump out to a 52-0 lead in this game like you did and as fast as you did it?
Absolutely not. You know, Ridgewood's a great team. We talked all week in practice that we wanted to get on them and start fast, and I believe we did just that.
Well, I know that Kyle Kampmeyer talked about you being one of the best receivers in the history of 8-man. It's a short history, but you've set the bar pretty high. What's your goal moving forward? You want to play basketball, football, anything like that?
Well, I haven't really decided yet, so I'm just going to keep my options open.
It's always good to have options, that's for sure. Landon, the offensive and defensive line for you guys is pretty dominant. I mean, you've got some great specialty players, but your offensive and defensive lines and the linebackers have been amazing. When I watch you guys, you just dominate up front on both sides of the ball. What is it? What is a mindset that makes that happen?
I think it all roots from losing last year. When we lost last year, it was a terrible feeling. We didn't want to feel that way. We wanted to come out, be the strongest team in the league, and be the most dominant, and that's exactly what we did.
How many hours did you guys spend in the gym and practices and stuff in the off season just to make yourselves better after that loss last year?
Countless. I mean, it was like immediately after we lost, we got in the weight room and we started working. And then just last June and July, conditioning, more lifting. You know, it starts there, and we knew what we wanted to do. We had the score from last year's game up in the weight room on the mirrors kind of motivate us, and we just came out hitting and never looked back.
How hard did you work this year? How hard was it?
I would say it was pretty tough. I mean, one of the toughest things I've been through, but we got through it, and obviously it paid off.
So before I let you guys go, what's it like, this feeling, compared to what you remember last year after being on the runner-up side of things?
Well, not only last year, but the year before, we made the semifinals. And, you know, I came to this game my sophomore year, and I saw Polo, who was the champion that year, jumping around on the field celebrating, and that's always been one of my goals. That's always been something I want to do, and it feels great to do it now, especially with an undefeated season.
So what's the feeling like for you, looking back on last year? Does it make it more special to win it this year?
Yeah, I think so. After the loss last year, I think it does make it better, and I don't think I've stopped smiling since about the second quarter. I mean, it just won't go away, so it's a great feeling.
You be smiling in your sleep?
Probably, to be honest. I'll probably be. I don't think I'll stop smiling for about a week.
I'm sure the dreams will be good, guys. Congratulations on a great season, and congratulations on being the 2023 champions. We'll take a break and be back on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH, coverage of the I8FA State Championship game right after this.
At Western Illinois University, leathernecks don't just blend in. Our purple stands out. Our students are innovative, creative, and resilient. At WIU, there is limitless potential, with campuses in Macomb, the Quad Cities, and online. Visit wiu.edu/potential to become a leatherneck and get an education that stands out.
After my appointment that day, I just made up my mind that I'm going to have my baby here in Macomb and this hospital, because irrespective of where you're from, who you are, it's just their line of duty to make sure they give care, make you comfortable.
I thought about the staff of MDH, you know, they're all good. And you will get all the support you need. This is just the best place for you and your family.
Since 1958, McDonough District Hospital has proudly served the residents of West Central Illinois. We've built new facilities, hired highly trained, experienced, and caring medical staff members, and expanded our service offerings to meet your healthcare needs, all while providing the best possible patient experience. Let us show you why McDonough District Hospital is your community healthcare partner, growing our legacy one patient at a time.
In a small community like ours, shopping locally can make a big difference. Did you know you can shop locally for your home internet? While you're powering your devices with super fast fiber internet, you also get to be a part of something bigger than yourself. Every dollar you spend on our services goes to making our town a better place to live, work, and play. You're helping us support local education, build a stronger sense of community, and keep money right here in our local economy. Thank you for choosing your local internet provider. We're proud to keep you connected. In a small community like ours, shopping locally can make a big difference. Did you know you can shop locally for your home internet? While you're powering your devices with super fast fiber internet, you also get to be a part of something bigger than yourself. Every dollar you spend on our services goes to making our town a better place to live, work, and play. You're helping us support local education, build a stronger sense of community, and keep money right here in our local economy. Thank you for choosing your local internet provider. We're proud to keep you connected.
MTC Communications is building a high-speed fiber network in our community, and we're putting priority on the areas with the greatest interest. That means we need your input to let us know you want us to build fiber in your area first. Experience the speed and convenience of fiber internet by visiting our special website and registering. Let us know you want fiber internet today and make your voice heard.
And welcome back to April Zorn Memorial Stadium on the campus of Monmouth College in Monmouth, Illinois. This will be probably for the final time tonight, and we saved probably one of the happiest guys for last. Coach, a lot different feeling than last year, huh?
Absolutely it is. Way different feeling. I'm just so happy for this group of kids. They're such a great group of kids, and they came out and played a phenomenal football game. It was great to watch them perform tonight.
We had a few camera issues at the start, and I was in trying to get some microphones working and some stuff moved around, and I looked up, and it was like 50-0, and I didn't even know how it happened. You guys just came out on fire, and the pedal was flat to the floor, and you never let up.
Yeah, my message to the team before the game was one word. I'd go finish what you guys started. And they came out, and I just told the radio crew, I think they played the perfect first half I've ever seen of football. They came out, we got the ball, scored, got a couple good turnovers, scored again, and these kids they wanted this so bad that they just played a perfect first half, and I'm so happy for them and proud of them.
Yeah, you guys, you definitely couldn't have done much more, any better than you did. That's for darn sure. So, does it wipe out the feeling of last year?
Yeah, right now it does. I think last year helped us a lot for this year. It just feels good right now, and we'll always have last year's memories and the runner-up and this and that. But to be state champs now it's an unbelievable feeling, and honestly, I don't think it's really sunk in for me yet because all I've been doing is interviews and stuff since the game got over. But it just feels so good. I can't even put into words almost how it feels right now.
Landon Motivan said he's had a smile on his face since the second quarter. I said, "Are you going to sleep with a smile on?" And he said, "I'll probably wake up with a smile on my face."
I think we're all going to wake up with a smile on our face tomorrow. It feels so good. I'm just happy for all three communities, Amboy, Lamoille, and Ohio, the great support they gave us all year long, and I'm happy for the school and the administration. And it's just been a wonderful season, and it's just too bad it's got to end. But it's a good way to end the season, I think.
Everybody ends the season somehow, and not very many of them get to do it this late in the year with a win.
Yeah, no, and it's the best way to end the season. And it's a lot better than it was last year, but it's just great to be able to call ourselves state champs. And I told the kids, 10, 15, 20 years from now, you're always going to be remembered as state champs this year, and nobody can take that away from you.
Well, Brennan Blaine was up here, and he was talking about his sophomore year, and you made the semifinals, and he came here and watched Polo win, and he said, "I want to do that." You have a really good senior class that made those dreams come true.
Yes, I do. These guys set the tone for how the program's going to be. They showed the younger kids, this is what you got to do. This is how you got to practice. This is how you got to work out, lift. And, I hate to see the senior class go. They're all a great group of kids. They're all going to be wonderful young men when they get older. And, they're just, I'm going to miss them a lot. And so is the program.
Yeah. The nice thing is small towns, you'll still get to see them occasionally, probably, right, and they'll be around, and they still have some more sports so that people get to watch them do some more things, because in small schools, kids play everything pretty much, don't they?
Yeah, I still get to see them and stuff, and watch them play their winter sports and spring sports, and but then come June and this and that, not seeing them in the weight room and conditioning, it's going to feel a little different, but that's how it is in high school. The seniors go out, and it's the next group up.
Yeah, you guys have built a program now, and Ridgewood, they did some things and made some mistakes that helped you guys probably, and you guys forced some of those mistakes, obviously, but their second year in 8-man, they find their way to the state championship game. It feels like they're building something too, aren't they?
Yes, they are. Coach Elder, like I said before the game, he's an amazing coach, does a great job, and Ridgewood, they're building a lot, and they're going to be a force to be reckoned with in this league for many years to come. And they're a class act, class team, and Coach Elder and his staff do an amazing job there.
You guys had such a great regular season, and I saw you against Flanagan, and then I watched scores. It just seemed like you guys continued to get better and better and better. It's a cliche to say we want to get better every week. Not very many teams can say, look at the scores and look at the people we beat. You guys seem to have done that. Have you ever seen a team that just continued to improve like you guys did this year?
No, I've never been part of a team like that. I've been coaching over 20 years, and you're right. Every week it seemed like we got better and better and better, and it's a credit to all these kids and the hard work that they put in, and listening to us and doing the drills we want them and understanding what the game plan, and it's like you said, every week they got better and better and better, and it was great to watch. It really was. It was fun to watch.
Now the problem with this is you're losing some really good seniors, some big shoes to fill next year. How hard is that going to be? And knowing that you did these things this year, you're not going to surprise anybody. I don't think you surprised anybody anyway, but you're definitely, everybody's going to be, we want Amboy. That senior class is gone. How hard is it going to be to replace those kids and next guy up is the thing they say, but that's a hard thing to do when you're replacing those kind of kids.
You can't replace these type of kids. They're just all wonderful kids, but that's part of building the program is these kids have set the foundation for what we want to be, and the younger kids understand that. And next year we got a good nucleus coming back next year. We got a lot of juniors, and we got a good sophomore class coming up, and our JV went undefeated this year, so we're going to enjoy this for the next couple months, and then it's get back to work and get ready for next season.
Well, I'm honestly kind of surprised you said the next couple of months. I figured it might be like a week or two or maybe a month.
No, usually we take off till after the first of the year, and then we start get going again. Let the coaches enjoy their holidays with their families and stuff. But usually about mid-January we get rolling again and what we're going to do next season and get the kids going.
Well, when you say you start after, I guess you're lucky that your season is only a couple months from the middle of January when it ends, right? Not 4 weeks earlier. It could have been 3 months, and a lot of teams see that. So you guys lucky to be where you're at, I would imagine.
Oh, yeah. I said all week long, it's a privilege and it's a great honor to be playing this late in the year. Every team wants to be playing it this late in the year, and we've had the opportunity to do it the last 3 years, and it feels good. It feels really good to be able to be playing in November.
How good does it feel to say Amboy Clippers state champs?
It feels really good. It's a really good feeling. It's just exciting. I'm sure when we get back into town, everyone's going to be back there leading us into town, and it's unbelievable. Amboy's last state team, I had 2 or 3 cousins play on that team, and they would always show me their state championship rings, and I'd always look at them and say, I want one day. And as a player, which I never got, but now as a coach, now I'm going to be able to show them my state ring and be able to talk to them about it.
The cool thing is, as a coach, you could win several more, and they only had the one, right?
Yeah, that is pretty cool. But I'm just going to enjoy this one right now before I worry about doing it again.
All right, Coach. Congratulations on a state championship, and we'll look forward to seeing you next year.
Let's hope so. Thank you.
Well, that'll do it here from April Zorn Memorial Stadium on the campus of Monmouth College in Monmouth, Illinois. You've been watching TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH, coverage of the Illinois 8-Man Football Association State Championships. Congratulations to the Amboy Clippers, who are your 2023 state champion. We will see you next year.